I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't wanna do. Baby, while we're young, baby, while we're young.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to day 2 of the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. It's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by none other than my favorite bouncing baby boy, Quaint. He's now back, ladies and gentlemen. He was a little bit sick yesterday. He was not able to make it, but once again, he's back into the fray. And we are back into the fray as well for this high intense games between two incredible teams. And these two teams, I think that they have a little bit of rivalry going up against one another. So let's head on down over on today's fixtures because it's going to be Reckoning Esports going up against M42. So in a sense, Wayne, these two teams, they are not similar in the sense that they have a humble beginning, but I would say that M42, they're rising up to the challenge and trying to be the next Reckoning. But they're having such a rough time trying to iron out the edges that Reckoning, they have taken leaps and bounds in the short time that they have created the roster and came together. But M42, they're still trying to work out just the bare bone basics.
Exactly. So considering the fact that Reckoning has already gotten that head start and taken the time to build their own team up, I feel like M42 is going to struggle a little bit on a few of those maps, and I feel like it might go to the third map, and we're very soon going to be jumping to that too. But here's the thing, M42, they're an up-and-coming team, and you know it. You know the roster is really great, and you've seen how well they've performed under pressure before too. But like you said, they've got to iron a few of those edges out, and Reckoning, they've kind of ironed most of those edges out already. So they kind of do have that head start. But let's see, M42, a lot can happen in between a few days, right? So who knows? That little bit last hour practice could have just pushed M42 to that limit to take down Reckoning Esports. So this is going to be an amazing matchup.
Yeah, in a way, Reckoning, a lot of the odds are stacked against them as well, because when you consider the recent track record of Reckoning, they've been struggling just a little bit. A couple of their matches have not been going as you would have expected. They are playing well when it comes down to the aim department, but when it comes down to making a lot of fundamental mistakes in their positioning, it feels like Reckoning, they should not be making this at all, because we consider them to be a tier one organization now. They have taken down the grades. They've showcased to us exactly what they're capable of, but now that they're making those type of rookie mistakes, it just does not tune in my head that what they really want to do. But ladies and gentlemen, do you know what really does make sense? It has to be the great
Yep.
Indian festival sales on Amazon. So if you want to get yourself a new bargain, if you want to get yourself a new product, let's say it's a 144 hertz monitor. I know that for a fact, my boy Assassin, he's going to be checking out the great Indian festival sale soon enough. He's changing out his 27-inch, not that great, for an LG Ultragear 124-inch. He's going to get himself one. He's going to beef his setup up so that he can produce even better and also play games even better, because frankly, he plays games pretty bad.
Well, that he is probably, but then again, there's so many things that you can check out, right? On top of that, if it's not even just the performance that you're looking for, if you already have a sick setup already built, I mean, you can always go for those RGB lights. I mean, who doesn't love them on a good stream, right? If you're just starting out on a stream, you can get those RGB lights just to make yourself look a little bit better. And on top of that, you can also get yourself a gaming chair in the process, which I might be picking up in a
Okay.
few days. But yeah, that's the thing. There's so many things that you never might have thought would go on sale, but they are over there. So go down to the links. The links are all there in the description. Go check out the Great Indian Festival sale, and honestly, you are not going to regret it.
Mhm. And especially these two teams, they're not going to be regretting going up against one another, or they could be, you never really know. So let's head on down over towards the map video screen and see what kind of a battleground they have picked up for us right off the get-go here. Because in a way, I would say that M42, they're very map dependent as a squad.
Yeah.
They need to have a map where they have an advantage. They need to have a map where they can make things work out in their favor. But the thing is, with the maps that Reckoning are well known for, they are a team that relies on a very control-based maps. They're not the team that relies on rushes. So in a sense where Reckoning, they're the better team on the control-based maps, and M42, they rely on control to play a lot of the fights that they normally do. It feels like M42, they play it a little bit too slow. And when they are a little bit too slow, it causes a lot of problems. And against Reckoning, you just can't do that. Reckoning, they're a very disciplined team. They do not go for any sort of aggressive pushes. You're not going to find a lot of avenues and a lot of chinks in their armor when they are playing it very slowly. You need to be the one to take initiative. If you don't take initiative against Reckoning, you're going to just get swept away by the tides, and there's nothing that you could do about it.
Honestly, yeah. So actually, let us head down into the map video screen to see what maps they've picked up today. But yeah, you're right. You're completely right. M42, they're more mathematical. They're formula based. They're basically in those puck servers. They scrim away and they try to like figure out what sort of formula will work for what contingency plan. Like you see a particular situation being set up in front of you in M42, they may or may not have a contingency plan for that. But if it is not there, they're gonna falter. So they're relying a little too bit on the book, but I've seen other teams who rely on the book, but they're relying on somebody else's book. M42, they go out and they make their own. They make their own chapters, which is why I like them. But it's still kind of a disadvantage because they're not as
Definitely.
flexible, yeah, right on the map.
Yeah.
But Reckoning, they've got that flexibility. So if M42 is strong enough with their formulas, then it's really good for them. So whichever map they normally pick up, they normally win out. But it's kind of odd seeing M42 picking up the map of Haven because the last time I saw them on Haven, they didn't frag out that much, but maybe they've gone back to the drawing board. Maybe they've come up with new algorithms. Maybe they've come up with something new that Reckoning is not going to be expecting. So they might be winning that out. But on the map of Bind, I'm not really sure if M42 is going to be making the cut, but I have high hope. I have high hopes for it. I don't remember whether Bind has been played by them before. I think I've casted for them, and I think that they were really good at it. So I think I'm gonna be taking a little bit of a side over onto the M42 side over here because I think that they might be able to take the first two maps. But you've also spoken highly about Reckoning Esports, and I completely agree. They've ironed out all of those kinks in their armor that they needed to, and they're very flexible on the field. So we may never know. In spite of M42 having a tight fortress kind of defense over there, Reckoning might be just sneaking past that because that's just how adaptable they are. So we may never know. What do you think about it though?
In my eyes, Haven being the first initial pickup for M42, it can really work out, but in this map, malleability is key. And if you are not able to be flexible here, I don't know how much M42
Yeah.
can do to try and bring everything back in their favor. On Haven, learn how to adapt. You need to be that team that constantly switches up your plays out. You need to go in for aggressive pushes. You need to go in for defensive pushes. Sometimes you
Yeah.
need to just go for a Hail Mary, just praise Jesus, run forward, just get in the side.
Yeah.
Sometimes you really have to do that. Haven's all about the switch ups. The more that you play systematic, the more harder Haven's going to be getting for you. Sometimes you just need to shut off your brain. Apes are strong together, just rush. That's
exactly.
what you need to do to try and break the flow of your opposition. And the thing with M42 is that they are not really the team that you look to be something like that. They're a lot more systematic, a lot more methodical. They're a little bit, I don't know, rigid in the way that they play a lot of their different strategies. And going up against Reckoning, they need to step up massively here. But in a way, I'm really hoping that M42, they took a lot of the losses that they had previously because of their rigid playstyle and understand that, hey, maybe we need to change something. Maybe we need to be a little bit more loose
True.
around the edges, not fully lose out on our identity. If we want to be a very strict team, it's completely fine. Play it disciplined, play it slow. It's okay. But understand when you need to switch everything up. It's not always about the strategy. Sometimes you just gotta feel yourself out on the map, employ strategy, but at the other
Select your
moments go in
agent.
for a little bit of feeling as well. This is the game of Valorant. Switch ups are crucial because with the abilities being an addition here, if you are constantly going in for the same strat over and over again, there are counter abilities that will stop you in a lot of these different situations. The agents are being picked up in the background here, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be heading into the game soon enough. And I'm really excited to see what they're going to be picking up for us on Haven because Double Initiator, a very common composition here. But at the same time, Reckoning, they could be going in for something a little bit more spicy. Bond, possibly going on towards Phoenix. I'm really excited for that one. But at the same time, Double Initiator is a bread and butter for Reckoning as far as I know.
Yeah, but I'm gonna be also relying a little bit on omens over here. I mean, not the character omen, the omen word in general. Because honestly, judging based off of the fact that M42 instantaneously locked whatever character they wanted, I feel like they're a little more confident on this map and they're ready for it. But let's see just how ready they are, because the game is ready and we're gonna be jumping straight in that, and we'll continue this conversation as we jump right into it. But yeah, that's exactly what I was talking about. Aggressive. Like the fact that M42 went instantaneously for whatever they wanted and they were like not dilly-dallying around, I feel like it's gonna be more of an interesting thing. But look at this, they went for the exact same lineup on both ends, so we may never know. It honestly, in matches like these, it depends on who's playing whose character better. And right now, I've seen Venom playing that Astra, but I haven't seen Lost playing a lot of Astra, and I'm really interested for this, man.
In a way, this could work, and this is another player that they're trying out on their main roster seemingly. Because I know for a fact that initially it was Takuna Val being the one to play on towards the side of Reckoning, but now it is Lost here. And Lost, will he be able to do what he does bad? Oh my god, Tris did not get away with something like that! Lost gets another beautiful kill onto Evo, being able to keep Tris alive. What just happened? The round just started, they just rushed into the side, they tried to go in for 2 kills, and it just all fell apart in a matter of seconds. This is the pistol round. I understand you wanted to go in for a play on towards the B side. It's a good thing that you wanted to go in for this, but this is not how it goes for a B side execution.
Exactly, and it's exactly. And honestly, M42, when they went for their most default first initial, round strategy that they could have, they went in for a B push, they got the plant down and they fell back down. But Trish just coming out of the blue, just coming out of the smokes literally and getting that first kill is what upset them a little bit. And they couldn't go back in time to take their positioning because Reckoning was ready. And this is what I was talking about, right? Reckoning is just so flexible that they're kind of ready for whatever they're going to be coming out with. And M42, they're just going to stick to their formulas. Sometimes it works out, sometimes it doesn't. But sometimes their formulas are so airtight that it's beautiful to watch them just go out and sync. And they all know what has to be done next, right? So it just ends up being this beautiful harmony on screen, don't you think?
Yeah, Reckoning, they're always a team that you can look forward to have the gears turning, but at the same time, M42, they're playing with fire. They went in for a force fight here. They're going in for a fast rush. This is something that we never really see from the side of M42. They're actually switching it up their strategies pretty well here. But another execution down towards the B side. This could just be deadly if they don't play their cards slowly. It's gonna be Bonda getting the first initial kill onto Venom, but it's fine. Nothing to really worry about. They can still hold down the sidelines. They can still hold down the forts. Evo's right around the corner. Evo! Okay.
Look at the two Sovas though. Right around the corner. Juven gets one, but he doesn't know. That Sam is right around the corner. Now he does, and he sprays him down and he gets the kill, and that was just that easy for him. And look at this, Reckoning. Second round, although there was a force buy coming in from M42, they just lost one player in the process, and that is a round well done, Aggressive. And if they're going to be going along with this momentum, M42, they better be scared, because this was their map pick. And I know I can say that there are so many matchups in which we've seen their normal, map picks just going out, and they just go in for the wins on the opponent's map picks. We've seen that happening, but it still isn't looking that great for M42, because Reckoning, like you said, they've beaten the top dogs, and right now they've got a lot to prove. And against M42, I don't think they're going to be shying away from a fight.
Main thing that I really am questioning here is the fact that you're not really playing together with a contingency plan. Like, I understand that Venom wanted to push his way forward and play inside of the smoke, but playing inside of the smoke from that angle is quite dangerous. You can play from the left-hand side instead. Yeah, it's playing it a little bit risky, but you're playing inside of the smoke regardless. That's going to be painful no matter what happens. And now, they're rushing on towards the face of Trist. Trist is just going to be holding it down strongly. Juven's on the side as well. He's not missing any of his shots. Shock Dart raining in Supreme, and he pulls out a Sheriff. He just does not care.
Okay.
He wanted to kill him with a Shock Dart, man, but I'm just like, nope. No, we don't do it here. We're good boys.
Yeah, on top of that, I need my KD to come up. I don't care if you want to go for your Shock Dart kill. I need my kills. Just goes in for that spray down, and boy, what a finisher. I love that skin, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's the thing. Reckoning, they're just sprightly today. They're just going out there and getting the kill. They're having fun on the server. M42, they look super serious. The way they insta-locked all of their characters, and they were like, you know what, we're ready. But for the first 3 rounds, at least from what we've seen, M42, they're faltering a little bit, but right now it's going to get really interesting because it's a full buy coming out from them, and there's only a Phantom on Trist, and that is enough for Reckoning to get a little overconfident, but I'm not really sure how overconfident, because look at this, Simo is going to be getting the first kill. Trist is still going to be alive and goes and gets that kill on Hyper. 4v4 situation, and there's only a few seconds that have passed. Not really sure what M42 is planning over here. They're probably going to go in for a C take, and Reckoning, they're not just going to be standing by and watching them take the site. I'm pretty sure there's going to be a flying coming in the form of the Sova. But look at this, positions have already been taken up on the side of C, but B is not being left away as well. So honestly, either sides, if they go for C or B, Reckoning is going to be there waiting for them. It all depends upon how they use their utilities and smokes to blind or cut away vision to take control of the site. But I don't see any utilities coming out, and that's what I'm worried about.
This is going to be interesting. The turret goes in for a little bit of a Hail Mary play of its own. He pushes up, and the poor old turret dies with his own master. Sadly, that's not going to be working out in their favor. It's going to be a 3 versus 4 situation. Hunter's Fury is going to get popped from Sen. Juven's not going to be able to find that kill. And Juven, he's playing with fire. He's just walking around. He's trying to find that kill, but Rex is going to be the one to put on his dancing shoes and dodge out all of the shots. But INQ, you dash into side. You don't have a secondary smoky spots on all of the players, but you panics in the heat of the situation. Evo's gonna be the one to take him on down, and with that, yeah, I think that this round is on the cards. What? Going in for a heal in this situation is a little bit questionable. Juven's gonna be able to find a second, and now it's a 2 versus 1 situation. It's all up to Lost. Lost needs to be the one to go in for this kill, but this turret is gonna be deadly. This is gonna be dangerous. But Riggs, he plays for the off angle. He knows for a fact that Lost is gonna not make a wraparound rotation from the side of Garage. Beautiful plays from the side of M42 to take their first round.
True. But they've got to get a little bit quicker, right? Like the moment I thought that they were not going to go in for any smokes, I saw Venom putting down his Asshole Stars, and it panned out beautifully for them, but they've got to get a little quicker at that, because once you see the smokes coming in, that's an ominous sign. And Reckoning is going to take that too hard, and they're going to be rushing in and getting the kills. They just like laid back a little bit on this round. They didn't have the guns, but now Reckoning, they've got their Vandals, they've got their Phantoms, and they've got their Operators, and I feel like M42, they should be a little scary.
Okay. Rare miss in this situation for INQ. Man versus turret in this situation, turret wins. But on the 3-1 scoreline, Bondet, he didn't even clear him out. He could have just stayed. Hyper.
Yeah.
That's gonna cost you just a tiny little bit, my man, but it's fine. Don't really worry about it, because that's gonna be an ultimate being placed. They're gonna push themselves forward to try and get this one up here. Bondet, he's gonna take massive amounts of damage. He needs to try and go in for the push, but he's still gonna be able to survive. They don't know that Bondet is here. Bondet could just start pushing from the smoke, and he could just get a couple of easy kills. They're not expecting this with Bondet. He's not making any noise as well. Shots are gonna be clean from Lost as well. He deals so much damage, and with that, you can see ladies and gentlemen, they're just able to shut down M42's pushes. They have nowhere to go. They are all funneled down towards the seaside, and with Bondef being so much information from A-Long as well, where do they go? They need to rotate onto C. But
Yeah.
Bondef is going to be the one to be a thorn on their sides.
Exactly, like they've been pinched down right now. M42, they have nowhere to go, like you said, and I feel like they should be taking a little bit more of garage control, but it's a little too late for that. Bondef, he has an idea, but he doesn't know that Rix has the idea as well. Oh, what a swing, and Rix doesn't miss, and there's an instantaneous 3 kills coming out from M42, and Reckoning, in a matter of a few seconds, just when we thought that all hope was lost, they just shut them down. Ion, he just turns around and gets one beautiful kill on Hyper, but that's not going to be enough because there are 2 other players there to shut them down, and that is going to be the second round coming out for M42. But this is what I'm talking about, right?
Close.
Yeah, that was way too close, man. And honestly, the way that Reckoning had shut down M42, I didn't think that M42 had a chance for that push, but they just come out and they surprise you at the least possible moments, and that is what I love about them. And it's kind of the same thing with Reckoning, and I feel like on the attacker side, Reckoning is going to be way more fun to watch, but I want to see what M42 has planned for the defense, because when you have formulas by your side, right? The defensive side, the setups and everything, that is what counts. And I feel like M42 is going to be stronger in the defense, and Reckoning is going to be stronger in the attack.
No way, M42, they're trying to find different avenues here. They're trying to see if Reckoning will start making those mistakes and allow them to push down into multiple different sidelines. And that's the thing. They're taking it slow. They're taking it steady. They need to try and show a little bit more initiative in the way that they're trying to take a lot of these different engagements. But with Reckoning, leaving the B side open, this execution just work. They have a good position. All of the flashes are going to be coming on up through as well. Bondef, you just need to ping the guy through the wall. Woodworks is going to keep him safe, but for how long is the real question. Trist, boss, he's right around the corner as well. He's going to be the one to possibly give a little bit of PTSD with that judge, but no one's going to be pushing that. No one's going to be holding it. It's all up to Juven. He needs to clear out the entirety of window. If he's able to get this clear, it's going to be beautiful. Just 1 kill. Come on, Juven. You're going to be able to do it back. Juven.
Nice.
Oh, he brings it back. Come on. This is where it all begins. This is where it all ends as well. If they're able to find it, it's going to all work out. But the guns are just not in their favor. Juven wants to go in for another kill, but Hyper's just jiggling it away. He's just playing mind games with the boy right now. Loss is going to be able to get a ding, but there's not much that he can do here. It's all up to Juven to do as much eco damage as possible. 2 kills is all that he needs. He's not even going to be able to find one. Hyper's going to be the one to shut him down instead. 3-3 on the scorecards here, ladies and gentlemen. And M42, a really good round execution from their side.
Judging based off just these first 6 rounds, it's going to be an entirely fun matchup. And I feel like the decider map might come into play because, like we've talked about this before, right? These 2 teams have different playstyles, but sometimes you have these 2 teams coming up with different playstyles, but they cancel each other out. And it's just so much fun to watch because on one hand, you have these calculated guys, and on the other hand, you have these guys playing by raw emotion and just game presence. And sometimes each kind of strategy works out for you. For M42 right now, it's working out for them, but they cannot like afford to lose even a few rounds, because if you do that, Reckoning, they're just going to rush in and just play on their raw aim and their utility usage. And after that, it's game over for M42. But let's see how it's going to be panning out for them this round, because M42, they're planning on taking that B control yet again. A little bit of garage control also is in the play. So let's see how it's going to be working out. The smokes have come down. Venom has put down the one-way smokes, but to what extent? It might be just a fake, and that is exactly what it looks like. Tris is right on the party, might be able to get 1 kill, but no, he doesn't manage to get any because they all push it at the same time and gets the kill. Lost on the other hand, managed to chime in, but Sam, he's going to be getting a kill for himself as well. It's a 4v4 situation. Wow, this is going to be a really fun match because just based off of this, right? Okay, the spike plan has gone down. And now Reckoning, they have to go in for that retake. The information is not being given out, but the default positions are being set up. If Hyper does match a peek out from there. Ooh, the Cosmic Divide has also come out aggressive. This is gonna be meaning that they might be able to get the advantage, but there are Cosmic Divides from both sides. Equal trades coming out from both sides, and HP is really low on the side of Reckoning, and before you know it, they're gonna be going down. But what? Juven picks up a 3K from out of nowhere? How does that even happen?
When you just don't find a lineup kill like that, he spray transferred his way to 2 more there. That is beautifully done. Juven, pick up the operator, my man.
I'm gonna see the replay. I have to see this, man. I have no idea what happened there, but whatever he did, he pulled off something impossible. There's Ion. He tries to go out and get a kill. He gets 1 kill, but then out of nowhere...
Oh yeah, Juven went in purple straight out.
Yeah. Look at that.
Oh,
Look
look
at
at
that.
this.
Everybody's just
Oh,
waiting for
no.
him.
This guy's
Oh,
too sexy. This guy's too sexy. He flicked from Rix's head onto the player who was swinging from garage. Juven, he's feeling himself. This guy, he's on a 10-4 scoreline. And in a way, his KD, he's looking pretty. He's just going to be sitting on top of the throne now. But at the same time, he cannot get way too complacent. He needs to be careful. Once again, he's been playing down towards this A side. I kind of understand what he's trying to employ, but you know what I love about Juven's playstyle, and I think that he did change up? Previously, I used to see him just stick down towards that A side just a little bit too much, but you need to have that Sova alive if you really want to play for different types of retake situations. Sometimes giving up the A side is super crucial as well. And I like the fact that Juven is doing that. He's not dying out early, and when you don't die out early as a Sova, then and only then are you going to be able to get a lot of value out of it. That's what I want from him. That's exactly what he's doing.
But don't you think that M42 is getting a little too comfy with the B side? Or at least now that they've given out the fact that they're getting too comfy, I feel like they're going for fake outs mostly. And then it's an instantaneous switch to C side. And this time, it looks like it might work out for them because it's only Trist there. Hyper on the other side of the map, I mean, gets a beautiful kill on Bonda for this Blade Storms. Well, let's see if he's going to be picking up a few more. The player advantage has already come down to M42, and it's going to continue that way because Sam picks up Trist. C-side is there for the taking, but little do they know that the loss is right there. Not lost, but getting up a kill. Gets one kill, but instantly gets traded out by Rix. No harm, no foul. 2v3 still possible for Reckoning Esports to come in with a retake. The spike plant is going to be going down, but Ion, he has that operator in his hands and might not be able to work out for him because Hyper right around the corner. He expects Juven coming in. Dashes up, goes out there, gets that kill, and it's all up to Ion, and he knows that he doesn't want to lose that operator. He's just going to go in for that save probably. Or he can go for exits because Hyper, he just got a little hyper aggressive and he's like, you know what? I want to take down Ion. I don't want him to have that operator. I want to take his operator down. But no. Even though you get that kill on Juven, Ion is just too quick on his feet with his operator and he's going to be taking him down. And now that they know that that information has been given out, I don't think they're going to be pushing Ion at this point. The 3v1, but that 1v3 is possible if everybody just starts pushing Ion one by one. And Emo, Rix, and Venom, they're amazing at what they do, but at the end of the day, it's Ion we're talking about.
Yeah, and here on that operator, he's just so dangerous and so deadly. But I think that he could have a confrontation almost immediately with Venom. He's right around the corner. Venom's making no noise, but if Venom started to make a run for it, I'm pretty sure that I would have smoked the corner. In a way, he would have lost that operator or probably get the kill out of it as well. But if you want to play it safe, you want to play it systematic, it's completely fine. Now, Reckoning on the defense. What's really going wrong for them? The C-side executions are strong from M42, but the fact is, it feels like Reckoning, they're getting caught off guard by a lot of the pushes being made by M42. It feels like they're in one singular position. They're holding down a sideline, expecting a certain strategy. And the next second, it's just M42 going in for a hard scale rush from an unexpected angle and just catching them off guard. Yeah, that's a good strategy, but how often is that going to be working out for you? Especially when Reckoning start playing super aggressive on their own accord. Ooh, that nearly could have hurt them. But at the same time, M42, they took a big amount of damage as well by losing out their Sky player. Now, without that Sky, how are you entering down over onto a side line?
Yep, there comes Sam with the recon dart to get a little bit of information, but what a risky play coming out from Hyper over there, but he managed to take him down. Sam comes into the clutch and he saves him, and then Hyper just gets up and he takes down Bondev. And Venom comes in around the corner too and takes out another player, and M42, they're looking super strong right now. These are just mind games at this point. Honestly, that fake out, that smoke, and that plant, that was really risky, but everybody knows that nobody wants to go in for that, and little did Reckoning know that that was just something to like take somebody out of the corner, and it worked out beautifully. And again, is down to Ion with that same operator that he saved from last round to try to save this yet again, because 1v4 with an operator is not going to be that easy for him, but he can still get a few exit frags. Venom has the right idea. He's all the way around on the second side of the map. He's on C side, waiting for Ion to push in, but no, Venom is getting a little impatient. He's just clearing out angles, clearing out corners. But if he catches Ion off guard like that, Ion is going to be going down, and that operator, I'm guessing is going to be picking up and giving it to somebody else, but no. Venom's just going to be like, we're happy with the guns that we have. We don't really need an operator. We know that Ion Q is good with that operator, but that's all we need, man.
Just to make sure that the gun is not in his hands, because Ion Q's a menace when he has an op in front of him. And in that situation and in that sense, Reckoning, they should be doing a lot more, but the main thing is that M42, they're doing such a good job of straying away from Ion Q's operator. If they know for a fact that Ion's holding an angle, they give him the respect, they do not push him, and they just walk away.
Yeah.
They understand. We don't want to fight him, but we want to fight everyone else. And in that sense, Reckoning, they're expecting them to use a lot of utility to flush out INQ and force him off an angle, but instead of forcing him, they're just like, nope, we're not going to go here. Just going to walk away slowly, head on down over to another sideline, and then take the fight there. And this is one of the prime reasons why M42 are doing so well. And I'm really hoping that they carry this momentum forward in the following rounds, because this is the side of M42 that I really wanted to see. Sometimes aggressive, sometimes defensive, sometimes playing it slow and steady up till the last 30 seconds, and then switching it up and going in for an instant fast rush as well. I like this.
That's the thing about M42, right? They're very calculated. Like, I know Reckoning is really good, are really good on their feet, and they kind of adapt to whatever scenario is being put up to them. But M42, it's like when you look into their mind, it's almost like this entire complex mathematical equation being panned out, and they know what's going to be coming next. It's almost like they're looking into the future, and if something's not going right, they instantaneously try to adapt to that and try to find a solution to that. And unlike other teams who just play on what they think is best and with their raw game sense, which works out beautifully for them, this is kind of a different kind of play style, and I'm loving this from M42. And let's see if this is going to be working out to the end, because how many times can you switch up your gameplay style to keep Reckoning on their feet? Because at one point, Reckoning is going to be catching up. Right now, M42, they're just feeling on the battlefield. They're just trying to figure out where Reckoning have placed each other. They're trying to find out Ion Q, if I'm not wrong at this point. They're figuring out where the operator is, and then they're going to be going to the other side of the map. Sam, however, has gotten an entry. He's taken out Trist, but that has also given out information, and that means that Reckoning are instantly going to hightail it to C-side. But M42, they're going to be sticking it this time. They're not going to be going to any other side because they know that INQ is not there. But here he comes, gets a kill, but he's going to be instantly taken out by Hyper, and it's a 4v3 already. And before I say it, Rix is going to be taking out this guy in the form of Bondef, and it's already a 2v4. And M42, they're just outplaying Reckoning round after round, and I'm loving this because right now they're in proper form. Lost. He's not lost there, but he's trying to pick up a few stray kills. Might not be possible right now, aggressive, because the retake is going to be hard. They're trying to bait him out with a few gun sounds, but no, Lost is going to straight into Emo spray.
That's unlucky.
Yeah, that's just unlucky, man. He thought he was going to be able to get it down, and Emo's just like spraying down Juven, and he's like, oh, a random Lost. Are you lost? And he just takes him down.
I lost, baby girl.
Yeah,
I don't know if anyone got that reference, but I'm not going to say anything.
So.
Because those few watch the movie, they're going to get it. And Assassin, yeah, you know that as well. But moving on back from that, 4 and 6 on the scorecard here, and M42. I like this strategy from their side. They're slowly but surely shaping up to be something a lot more better, a lot more stronger.
Exactly.
And Reckoning, they're just getting caught off guard. They don't know what to expect. It feels like they want something, but it's just not working. But you know,
it's an ouchie
walking
right there.
in the open without anyone watching a show. It feels like playing with Wayne.
Are you kidding me? You're gonna pulling this, but honestly, if you're playing with me, I'll put off 200 IQ plays, like exactly what M42 are doing right now. Well, I mean, look at this.
What?
They just scattered themselves across the map, and Ion has no clue. Neither does Hyper.
No.
That is just unfair, man. Like, it gives Hyper enough time to recover and take out his gun and just take him down. And 2v4 yet again, Reckoning. They seem a little bit lost right now, aggressive.
I question what happened during the fight at the sewers, but
it happens. It happens to the best of us.
It happens, but now it's M42 being on the driver's seat, 4 and 7 on the scorecards, heading on down over to a 4 and 8. And this is what I was worried about here, Quinn. It feels like Reckoning, they're dropping the ball like they really shouldn't be dropping it whatsoever. Considering the track record and the talent that they have, the way that they're losing a lot of these rounds, they're losing out on aim deals pretty much. And going in for over-aggressive peaks that they really do not need to go in for.
Yeah, but let's talk about what's happening right now, right? Yes, that is true, but right now the scorecard is 4-7, and one more round if M42 is able to pick up, I really, really think that their defensive side is going to be better. So if I am right, then it's going to be a cakewalk for them to take out the last few rounds, and Reckoning, they might just end up losing out the first map. But we've seen history, you know, repeating itself multiple times, and Reckoning might win out the map that has not been chosen by them. So I'm just relying on that, and I hope that the decider map is going to be coming into play, because that's just going to make it a little more exciting. But let's see what they're going to be doing this round, because M42, they're going for a proper C rush, but gets a little bit blocked by this over there, but it doesn't matter, because M42 is going to fly inside and take up the Lost. Just an amazing movement over there. Trist is
Uh,
going to be putting in the lockdown to take back control of the site. But let's see if it's going to be enough. M42, they know they want to take out that lockdown, but I don't really think that they can. They just have to fall back out of sight, and this is exactly what they're going to be doing right now. But no, Hyper is going to be caught in the midst of this. He's going to be taken out, but that smoke comes in from to hide him. This
are you
Nobody knows he's there, Grayson. And it's just
my God, Hyper.
it's an entire beatdown, and nobody has any idea that Hyper is inside. Has proper
me, right?
view of the spike. Anybody who comes into his vision is going to be going down right now. There's the first kill.
Hyper.
3K is going to be going for the start of the classic. Tries to get it, but it's not going to be enough. But nonetheless, Venom is going to go right around the corner to take him. But oh my God, I can't talk anymore right now, Grayson. My throat is stuck. That was insane. And it's not even about Hyper. Hyper knew this. This is what I'm talking about, right? M42, they've got every contingency plan locked down. And in case of that happening, Venom just put down a smoke there, which was so beautiful and so high IQ. I cannot even, man.
No. You know that he sold the fake even harder by concussing that angle as well?
I swear.
No one concusses their own teammates and concusses the smoke. Hyper
my
was able to
God.
get away with murder here. He got into a coming corner. Oh my God. I thought they were going to clear him. I thought they were going to check him, but no one checked that angle.
Hyper
Ouch,
with
that's
the
gonna
aim.
hurt.
I swear,
Dude,
Hyper with the
Hyper.
aim and Venom with the big brains. Oh my God. Oh my God.
I don't believe that anyone could pull this one off, especially against a team like Reckoning.
See, this
The
is what I
fact
was
that they
talking
did-
about, right? Yeah, this is what I was talking about. M42, they've got contingency plans for everything somehow.
Not how it works, Chief, and this is not how you're supposed to take a win here. The way that they're able to find a lot of these fights and the way that they're able to find a lot of these engagements, that is what really surprises me, and the way that they're able to go for these kills is really beautiful as well. Tris, he needs to be the one to do something here. More, they need to try and find something, but now Hyper, he gets caught out on towards the back end, pushes out already, coming on down through, and INQ gets his revenge kill down on the one. Ooh, Trist, a little bit of a potato moment right there. And it's Sam taking no damage.
It's basically an A rush coming out from the side of Reckoning right now, by the way, Aggressive. Amo has the idea of one, he knows where Juven is, but that beautiful crossfire coming in from both of them. Juven gets that kill on Emo. But wow, the plan is going to be going down in spite of that gravity well, and now the retake scenario has been set up, and it's up to M42 to big brain their way out of this one. They've got their proper positioning, but they have to put up the crossfires, and look at the crossfire that they're putting up. Look at the way they got each other's back. Instant trades coming out, but it's still not going to be enough because it's Reckoning we're talking about, and their aim is always going to be true, and they're going to be taking them all down. But honestly, the way that they went in for that retake, I'm really waiting for that full buy round to come out, and I'm just going to be calling right now. I feel like M42 is going to be winning the first map out at least.
That's kind of the thing here. M42, they should be able to bring this one back, but the side of Reckoning, they're now on the attacking side, the much more stronger side for them in general. So let's just say that I believe Reckoning, they're going to have their second win really soon. This is going to go down over to that 8-9 scoreline, and after we hit that 8-8 scoreline is when things are just going to get a lot more fun. Byrons are going to be coming on down through. They're going to be able to switch everything up into their favor, and it feels like M42 on the pistol rounds, they just kind of lack the finesse and the polish to make it work out properly, but it's completely fine. A lot of the other top caliber teams are also pretty bad on pistol rounds, so no harm, no foul. Just play for this eco round, play it slow, play it steady, just going for a couple of kills, and that's all that you need here. But Rix, he's gonna be the one to take that first initial contact, and I like this. Sam, he's just waiting, he's just chilling. He's allowing Rix to be the one to take the first initial contact. Pondef needs to be swimming around the corner. He spots out one of the players, but he does know for a fact that another one could just be there, and Pondef, experience from playing in garage constantly, teaches him that no, I cannot go in. I play with a shorty in the garage angle, so there's probably a shorty on the other opposition team as well. Walk away from it, go down towards that A side of the set.
Yeah,
oh wait,
but
no, there's one part.
Yeah, they're still not sure about it. They're not going for the A take, which has only one player from the side of M42. They're going to be going in for a switcher. They're going to be going in for a B take instead. But he's impatient. He's gone in. He's going to get that kill. He's trying to go for a second, but it's not going to be working out because he doesn't have the guns. But M42, they've got something to say. They're coming in. They're getting the kills. Ayan has taken out one. He's taken out two, as a matter of fact. But right now, let's see if Emo is going to be able to pull this off. It's a 1v2 situation. He's picked up a Spectre, and he's got 100 HP, but he doesn't have any armor. He has to take 1v1 fights, and Ayan on a 1v1 fight he has a Spectre, and I'm pretty sure he's gonna be able to take the kill. But no,
he's
Emo
not
is not
getting
clear on the
corner.
corner that he should be, and he's gonna be taking down by Lost. But it's okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that's why Lost has put up his name. It's not like him being lost. It's about the opponents in front of him being lost, and he takes up such good positions. He just he just comes out of this corner, and he's just like, "Are you lost, baby girl?"
You just did not make. Oh my god.
I did. I have to. I had to.
Dude, my girlfriend makes this reference way too often, and to have this now being brought up back here, it's like, ugh. That just I have PTSDs for having that thing used too often and watching that movie like twice or 3 times over.
It do
But-
be like that, man.
Hey! We watched that movie 3 times. It's not because of my own watching. It's because of someone else. Don't judge me in the chat.
Wow. That I'm just gonna. Even if the chat is not gonna judge you, I'm gonna low key judge you. But let's see.
Okay, I'll tell you the guys the story later. But for now, let's head on back over to the matchup because now Hyper, he has an operator in his hand, but he already got tagged down to veto levels of HP. Hyper, he cannot miss a single shot. He's gonna be able to find that first initial kill. That's gonna be good. But against INQ, things are just gonna get a lot more harder now. He's also a jet player. He's also an operator aficionado. So he knows what to expect. He should know that Hyper should be playing from the side of the Radiant Eye boxes, but they're not swinging for this fight yet. They're not going in for it, not just yet. And it's Sam to get that information. They know for a fact that this is an A-side kill. They're just going to stay here. They're just going to wait. And this is what I like about M42. Even though they're a team that like to play it slow, the fact that they play so defensively at times is what gives them that opportunity.
Yeah.
This is the level of discipline that they need to keep the ball rolling onto their court. But Reckoning, the thing is, they don't know how to beat such a disciplined team. They need a fast execution heavy rush, and the rushes are just not working, and they're losing out on so many aim duels that it's hurting them. Trades are going to be there, but the trade is still in the favor of the side of the defenders. And Hyper! Mwah. Chef's kiss, and Riggs, beautiful hole. 6 and 9 on the scorecards, and it just can't get any more better than that.
It can't get any better. You're right. And you know why I like M42? They give me such nostalgia because
Because of the 6 and 9?
No, oh, here we go. Not
Okay,
because of
no.
that. But because of like every time I played a tactical shooter, right? It's called a tactical shooter for a reason. I always like to strategize and play it slower. And M42, they're exactly what I love doing. And to see that, like those kind of gameplays in this level of tournaments is just beautiful. And this is why I think that M42 is one of the best teams out there. They need a little bit more polishing, and they're just going to be able to defeat some of the top dogs. Because you know that these players have played other tactical shooters, and that's how they play it out. So especially Venom, I've seen him playing before, and that's exactly the style that he likes to go for. And that's the kind of style that appeals to me. And I'm just loving this. I'm loving the holds. I'm loving the patience. The patience was a little too much. He had to dash out of there at the last moment, but he might be able to get a kill. But no, he misses that too. Ion comes in, gets that, tries to get that kill, misses a few, but takes a little bit of damage as well. But no, M42! Turn the tables around and they're getting the kills! Lost, managed to pick up 1 kill, but it's not gonna be enough. He tries to get a second, and he manages to get the second with just a sheriff. He has to pick up a gun to clutch out this round. He's brought it down to 1v2. He has 67 HP. It's not a lot, but it's honest work, honestly. 1v2 situation, and on top of that, Venom, he doesn't have a lot of HP. They don't know where Lost is going to be pushing in from. They have to check all corners, and they have to go in for a retake if Lost is going to be coming in with one. Right now, Lost, he has the upper hand because they don't know where he is. That smoke might be giving away a little bit of information, and Venom is onto it. He knows that that smoke is there. He knows that it might be a steep push. They have to be going for that retake right now, but if they do go in for the retake, they have to go in for a split one to keep Lost on his edge. But the spike plant is going to be coming in at any time right now. There we go. 17 seconds left on the clock, and the spike plant is coming. Venom knows exactly what's happening. The stars are going to be coming in. And right now, Crossfire, no sound being given out. Lost might be able to get one, but now the information has been given out, and that's exactly what Rix needed. The other character, just to keep Lost confused, comes out and takes him down, putting the 10th round onto the board for the side of M42. Are you seeing the level of intelligence going into this aggressive? I honestly... Venom, after he got that information, he could have gone in for the swing, but he waited. He was baiting Lost out, and once that information came out, Rix came out to finish the job. And I'm loving this, man.
Yeah, the Ferrari swing can only be done by a Phantom player. He just went in for the swing accordingly. And in this situation, it's fine because Lost expected an operator to be on this side. That's why he was holding it for a half swing, because the operators never go in for full swings. That's a contingency plan of an operator player. You go in for the half swing, you go in for the jiggle, and then you go in for the shot. But with a
Exactly.
rifle, you can go from India to Narnia in a matter of seconds, so it can work out in your favor.
That's
so
a new one.
in this situation, Rix is in the best spot.
India to Narnia.
Okay. Okay, back onto the game though, ladies and gentlemen. It's gonna be important being able to get a second win. Evo's gonna be the one to take down Iron Q. That's gonna hurt quite a lot. It's gonna be the sequence being pushed on out as well. Tristan's gonna be going in for a couple of shots, but it's gonna be good for one. But Hyper's gonna be able to cut down Tristan towards the back end as well. And oh my god, Hyper. This guy on this operator is pulling off miracles for the side of Team M42. He's the star player for this matchup. And Emo, he was spotted and lost. He's woken up. He's gonna ask him, are you lost, baby girl? He's gonna give him a 5 check in the background as well. Think him in the forehead twice, sending him back home almost immediately. 2 versus 2 situation, and the Hunter Spear is still available for the side of the defenders.
And now the retake is going to be coming in, and Sam just makes it a little bit easier with that Hunter's Fury. Takes down the other resident, so takes down Juven, and that is exactly the advantage they needed, and it's always somehow being lost in the Colette situation. But let's see if he's going to be finding his way right now. Let's see if he knows that way. And if he managed to get those both of those kills at the same time, he has a good positioning right now. But M42, we know the way they play. We know the way they put up those crossfires, but they have no idea where the loss is. The corners have to be clear. The information has gone. He doesn't seem to be looking up at Hyper, who just updrafted. He just lost him, literally. What? I want to see that again.
No. The funniest thing in this entire round was that Lost didn't even try to fight him. Lost is like, alright, you can fly up into the air. I don't really care. He comes out and that swats him in the face. He gives him a little bit of a kiss on the cheek.
Look at this.
Like,
He's just like, where did he go? What?
Where did he go? He's back down here. Don't really worry about it. I'm gonna kill him regardless.
Yeesh. But amazing, yeah, he gets that kill and it was instantly traded out. But this is what I'm talking about. M42, they've got each other's backs. No, I'm not saying that Reckoning doesn't, but M42 with their mathematical precision is just, I don't have any words for it, because whatever words I've had, I've already said it out now.
I don't understand you and mathematics, Wade, but I know for a fact that
love
you're pretty bad at it. I know for a fact that you're pretty bad at it.
Come on. You wish, but let's see how good they're gonna be at math right now, because Hyper, he's gonna be picking one up as Ion is gonna be going down. Hyper has picked up the position of the resident opper, and he's gonna be showing Ion who exactly is the primary opper of their team. Gets the first kill, but they have no idea as to where Reckoning are positioned. C Long is a good place to be in right now, but everybody has come up there. They know that Reckoning going for that push. They know that they commit to the sites, and honestly, that is not enough for Tris. And Emo is going to be going in for that kill, but no, Tris is going to be getting that instead. M42, they've gotten a couple of kills for themselves too. 2v3 right now, aggressive. The lockdown had been put down, but Hyper, he picks up on that scent. He goes in and he picks that out. Gets a second kill, comes right back in time and dashes out beautifully. Venom comes into the clutch. What is it with Venom coming into the right time?
Oh my god, this is so clean. Look at how beautiful this looks, ladies and gentlemen. One more time, roll it on back. Let's do the rewind time right here and now, because Hyper, just look at this guy. Switched out his guns, got that first initial shot up, and now he gets this kill. He's like, nope, I'm gonna get flashed out. I'm gonna dash out. I'm gonna be the living human breathing Flash and Venom, my boy. You go into that swing. You're the one who needs to save me here from this situation. And this is the M42 that we want here, ladies and gentlemen. This is the M42 that we've been craving for. This roster has just completely done a complete 180 from the matches we saw, from the show matches that they played against Team EXO. It felt like back then they didn't know what they wanted to do. And now, just look at them. They're playing together as a squad. They're playing together as a unit. And they're just shutting everyone down piece by piece. It feels like growth can happen in a matter of seconds. But at the same time, Reckoning, they're making a lot of mistakes, a lot of rookie mistakes. But the thing is, M42, they're able to win out on they're not only able to capitalize on those mistakes, they're hitting incredibly nutty shots as well.
Exactly.
In that sense, they're doing
I told you, man.
Incredible work.
I told you. I told you this is how M42 work, and I saw that the first time I saw them. Like, I knew that they messed up on the second map. I don't remember which match it was, but on the second map I saw them falter. But that's what I noticed about them. Once they get used to, once they get comfortable with the map, they come up with strategies, and they come up with honestly, I don't want to say formulas again, but it is what it is. They come up with such good strategies that you've never seen before, and they come up with contingency plans. Like I've said, even if somebody's going to be rushing in, even if there's something that they're not prepared for, they come in and they just instantly switch gears, and they're like, you know what happens when this is going to be happening. And just like how Hyper got that kill, dashed up and out of the way, and Venom stepped in at the right time to back him up. That support, that amount of understanding of what's happening around you, and that amount of understanding of what your players are doing is what is going to be putting M42 up on that high pedestal.
They're just waiting. They're just
Okay.
waiting a lot more here. Hyper's right around the corner. He nearly got a kill. That one to one up as well. If they did a little bit lower, he would have had it. But Sam, he's getting a little bit too over aggressive. He cannot get overzealous. Not when the finish line is this close. They can taste a victory, and Hyper, he's tasted a couple of net bullets as well. Ooh, that's gotta hurt. Ouch, that happens to all of us. Don't really worry about it. This is what happens when you don't have your dash button on your thumbstick and instead use your E.
True that. But that's the thing, right? In spite of those two casualties, M42, they're picking it back up again. But Trist is just going to be like, you know what? Let me even out the playing field so that even though it's on the last round, we still have a fighting chance. The 2v2 right now. Spike Plant hasn't gone down. And right now, M42, they have nothing to worry about. All they have to do is wait for them to push out of their hiding spots, and they're going to be taking them down. Javen still thinks that Emo is up there in heaven, but they're just waiting for them to push right now. They're going to be going for that default plan. They're not even the default plan. They're going to be going for the plan in the corner, but okay. Rix is going to be putting down the lockdown. They're meaning to finish this off. It's the 12th round on the board, and they're not going to be taking any chances. They're just done with everything. Emo spots out Juven, and Juven is going to be dying out at any moment right now, but Trish is going to be coming to that backup, but no, Emo!
Oh my god.
Juven picks up a classic, and that's all he needs. It's all up to Rix to take out the guns right now, but no. Trish, a beautiful strafe and one tap. Honestly, yeah. A beautiful strafe and one tap was all he needed to just keep them for another round in the game. 7-12 on the scorecards. It could be any round right now that M42 is going to be winning this out, but honestly, every time that I see these top teams go into the 12th round, they get a little bit overzealous. They get a little too overconfident. It's not even overconfident sometimes. Sometimes it's just like, okay, we've reached the match point. Can we just get it done with? And they start overextending. They start over-aggressing. And they just start getting, killed one by the opponents.
It felt like Evo had no confidence though in that fight. You're saying overconfidence, I'm gonna say that Evo, he had no confidence whatsoever. It's like, I'm kind of very confused what Evo was trying to do over there. He just sort of went in for the full-scale fight and he could have had it.
Venom?
Venom. Oh no, Venom! He's actually gonna get away with something like this, but no! He's not gonna be able to get that kill. I'm going for the full spray! Once again, small mistakes here and there. They can taste the victory, but they're making so many small mistakes that it's costing them so often. But Sam, he's not gonna be making a mistake with that shot dart swing around the corner.
One enemy remains.
It's gonna be one, but Hyper's complete there all the time. Hyper's gonna be the one to shut down Tristan said, going in for the instant trade. And now it's Juven versus the entire world. The hopes and dreams for map number 1 now lies in his hands. But it's gonna be a difficult one indeed. But Juven, if you want anyone to be in a clutch situation, it has to be him. Oh, Juven.
Oh no.
Juven, he's so good.
No idea.
Juven, he's so good. He's gonna get. Oh no! Sam, what was that flick?
He just turned around and instantly locked on. How did that even work? How? Can somebody explain to me in the chats how that works? He just turns around and just switches on God mode.
That Sam is just on God mode, man. Just look at this man. Just look at the mini map. Look at where he's staring at.
But you know what I love about Reckoning? The game sense, right? The way that Juven knew that they hadn't seen him out, and he maintained his trigger discipline, maintained his control. That gave him that slight chance that he needed to go in for that clutch. But he just lucked out in the bad sense in that situation, because Juven somehow he just flipped the switch, turned on God mode, turned around, and just took him down. But that's the thing about Reckoning. They always adapt. But M42, their plans are always airtight. So let's see which is going to be coming out on top. Whether their airtight plans are going to be coming out on top, or the adaptability of Reckoning Esports.
Yeah, with the match highlights now prepped up and ready here, ladies and gentlemen. Let's head on down over onto that to see exactly what went wrong for the side of Reckoning. But because they have such an insane start for themselves here. Reckoning, a squad that we expected to just completely roll over M42 initially. It feels like M42, they're showing us that you cannot count us out. We're a superstar team as well. You just need to give us some time And with the time in their hands now, M42, they're looking pretty good. They're looking really strong. And a lot of their strategies, they're very unorthodox. And it feels like Reckoning Esports, they're getting caught off guard. But at the same time, when they go in for a lot of these orthodox strategies as well, I can see a lot of the adaptability that was missing from M42 now slowly starting to rise up. But the thing is, previously, I believe that M42, they were missing out on a lot of the aim deals. And now that they have the confidence in their favor, especially from the side of Hyper and Sam, they work really well when they have the confidence, but they falter heavily when the confidence is not in their favors.
Yeah,
And that
true.
is a problem of discipline, actually. That is a problem of hyping up your team as much as you possibly can. Because as an IGL, if you're able to bring your squad together, if you're able to lift your spirits, if your teammates are able to play this well when the confidence and the blood is running
I
really
swear.
fast, there is nothing that can stop you. M42, they
swear.
felt like an unstoppable force. It felt like one of those ranked games that we normally play, and you're like, man, I don't think this is gonna
Are
work
you
out.
gonna
They're just better.
really,
They're all
really?
we're all the similar ranks. Everyone's the similar rank here, but they're just playing better together as a squad. They're much more hyped up. They're a lot more
Yeah.
confident. They're going in for swings. And for Reckoning Esports, it felt like a GG go next for them.
Exactly. And honestly, they have to do something. They have to pull something out from their sleeves to really counter M42 because they're on point right now. And honestly, the way you're right, the way that Hyper is on his aim game today, and honestly, if he keeps that aim game up along with Sam over there, honestly, there's no stopping them. And on top of that, there's Venom, who just comes out of nowhere, and he's playing a game of smoke and mirrors, and it's not just him. He's playing a game of smoke and mirrors. He's putting the smokes down for himself and his team. He's hiding his team. He's shrouding his team so that nobody knows where they are. And he's basically that veil, like that ungodly force that is on the field that veils the entire team just so that nobody knows. But it's like a one-way mirror, right? Everybody knows where Reckoning is, but nobody knows where M42 is. And I'm loving that gameplay style because I've never seen that, or even if I've seen that, it's only a few times. And Venom is pulling up that Astra so beautifully. Look at this. Here's where it comes. Hyper comes in. He's gonna be going to get that kill. Gets that kill, dashes up, and just flies out of the way. And Venom comes in clutch at the right time to take out Bondev. This teamwork is why I love M42, man.
Dude, the thing is that the way that they're able to play for the trades as well on this map in particular, that's what really amazes me. Emo's not been having a really good day when it comes down to his confidence. He was one of the ones who was not in the highest of spirits in this matchup, but it's completely fine because his teammates, they were making up for it. They were lifting up his spirits as much as he possibly can. And Emo, even though he was not having a really good aim day, you can see that he was playing incredibly when it came down to being a sport. His flashes were really good. His trailblazers were really strong. He used his used his ultimate as well, the Seekers to actually get a proper contingency plan for his team as well. That's the thing. Sometimes playing as a support, you don't need to frag out. You don't need to hit all of your shots. If you're able to play as a unit together, if you're able to set up your buddies who are having a really good day, then you don't have anything to worry about. We can all learn something from Emo here at M42. They showed us all up. Like, I don't know, man. They showed us all. And just as I'm going to be showing... No. Before we get into that, I'm also going to be showing you guys another thing. It's going to be the Amazon Great Indian Festival, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to head on down over onto Amazon. Make sure to check out all of the incredible deals that we have set up for you. Because if you want to show something, you got to show the side of Amazon some love. To bring you such an incredible matchup, no one else can do it other than Amazon. So make sure to give them a little bit of love. Head on down over to the Great Indian Festivals and show some love to your family and friends as well by buying them a gift. The discount rates are massive here, ladies and gentlemen. Some of the products are going in for 50% off. 50%.
True.
That's a massive margin.
Yeah. On top of that, like if you're gonna be playing like M42, right, you need that communication on point. If your headset is not gonna be fine, go pick up some headsets. There are a ton of gaming headsets out there that are going on sale right now. But we are gonna be right back because the second map is something that we're looking forward to, and we gotta set that up just a little bit. So we're gonna take a short break, and you go into the links, check out the description, check out the sales, and we'll be right back in a few minutes.
And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. We are back once again after an intense game number 1 between M42 and Reckoning. And oh my god, I didn't expect Reckoning to drop the ball like that. So let's head on over towards the map video screen. Check out the score lines one more time before we are headed into map number 2, because map number 1 being picked up in such a fashion is something that none of us expected. This should not have happened in any way, shape, or form, but it feels like M42, they've been holding out on a lot of secrets from us. It feels like they were saving strats just for this championship.
Yeah, they just brought out that nuclear button. They were not showing it at all, and then suddenly out of nowhere, they just
it was so shiny they got aggressive.
Honestly, yeah, they were like, you know what? We were gonna be saving it for later, but no, let's just press it right now. They just nuked Reckoning out of existence, but that is only for the first map. Let's see if that same nuke is gonna be dropping on Reckoning in the second map. That is gonna be Bind, which is a much tighter map, no mid area, and you have to rely on quick rotates. And there's no way to like take split control of a site, and that is a hard part of Bind. In a B site, you have a little bit of an opening in hookah, you have a little bit of an opening on main, but it's always hard because there's not much of an entry for the attackers. And here is where you have to start getting creative. Here is where your strategies are actually going to be blooming. And on the attack, if you're not going to be having your proper smokes, it's going to be really, really hard for you. And I hope that M42, they've done their research on the map of Bind 2, because if those smokes are not going to be dropping from the side of Venom, who I'm pretty sure is going to be picking up that Astra yet again. But if those smokes are not going to be dropping at the right times, at the right places, Bind is going to be a really difficult map for them, especially on the attack side. They might be able to make a little bit of an indentation on the defense, but I'm not really sure about the attack. And if they do have it planned down, M42 should be winning this out easy peasy as well.
The thing about the map of Bind in particular is that Bind requires a little bit more of a trade game. Bind is all about the trades. If you're going in for a site execution, you need to be incredible at trading. And from what I saw on the map of Haven, their trades from Reckoning, it's just not that potent. Consider what we are looking at from the side of M42 instead. Their trading was on point. Like, oh my god, Hyper dashes out, Venom swings around the corner, Hyper somehow sitting inside of a smoke and he gets 2 kills. Venom swings out again and gets his third. It's just working out really well. The team chemistry from M42 is just on point, but Reckoning Esports, they're falling apart piece by piece, and it feels like their trade game is not there. They're not able to play together as a roster, and Bondef is not able to perform to the best of his own abilities as well. Bondef, consistently a guy who we look to drop over 23 kills almost every single game. He's just been having such a slow start. He's not been having the best of his times when it comes down to his raw aim. And I understand sometimes you're going to have off days. Sometimes you're even going to have a week of off games and you can't really do much. It's trying to give support, but even in that sense, you cannot take out the fragger in your soul now, can you? You're a person that relies on your raw aim a lot, and the fact is your raw aim is just not being able to cut it out for you. Feels like one that is
out of charges,
just falling apart and Reckoning. They need to pick themselves back up. Just slap them in the face a couple of times and just wake up, because they need to bring something back here. Otherwise, it's all dusted.
True, I've seen Bondef just becoming an insane aim god at times. I think it was Bondef and IonQ who always used to be the frag gods, and honestly, they were introduced to me by Assassin. And I didn't believe him at first, and then once I honestly got to see them in action, it was just beautiful. But yeah, we are going to be seeing them in action right now, because we're going to be jumping right into the game as the first round is ready, and they're already at it. Let's see how they're going to be panning their strategies out right now, because Reckoning, they're on the defense. And off the bat, they're going to go in for a little bit of aggression. I don't think that's a good idea on the farm, in the sense that M42 are their opponents. And look at that, Hyper is going to be getting the first kill. Juven, he is also waiting for that push to come in, but little does he know that M42, they always find strength in numbers, and they're going to be pushing it together. And it's not a wise idea to give them individual fights, which is exactly what Reckoning is doing. It looks to me like M42, they're going to be aggressing towards A side, but on the other hand, Venom, their primary Astra, is going to be taken down by Trist, but it doesn't really matter because they've already got side control of A. Ion is right around the corner, might be able to get one kill, but no, Sam comes out of nowhere and just rains blood on Ion. The first shot is dealing an insane amount of damage with that headshot, and then just finishing him off with a few body shots. Now it's Juven and Trist who have to collect out the round, but I don't really think that they can, because they've got frenzies and they're honestly frenetic. They're going out for it and they're getting those kills. Emo gets the first and it's all at the Juve and he might be able to get at least a singular kill. But no, it's been closed in from all sides.
How are they doing this?
Yeesh. I feel bad for him, man. Like, he was like, okay, I'll be able to pick up a kill. But he's like looking left, he's looking right. He's like, who do I shoot first? And Emo comes out. He's like, I'm going to be picking up that 3K on the first round. Let me get a little bit more money. And there we go. Emo has it. 3 kills, 0 deaths. Only person who has a death over here is Venom. But it doesn't matter because he's the Astra player. And on the first round, he doesn't really need his smokes. It doesn't really matter, and that death is completely justified. But here on out, it's going to matter a little bit more. And on the gun buy round, it's going to get really interesting and aggressive.
Emo is an emo boy, seemingly. He's able to...
Oh, no.
No, but seriously, he just has the look of death in his eyes, the way that he's rushing down the sidelines with his frenzy, but at the same time, oh no, this could just end up really badly. What? Here's the corner. Oh my god, how are they doing this?
What?
What is happening?
One enemy remaining.
This is a full stack. No. This is a full stack down towards this B side, and they still got the side control in their favor. They can easily go in for the plan. They almost have nothing to worry about. Sam's playing mind games as well, but Rix, look behind you, my man. What?
One enemy remaining.
What is happening? Like, I love how Emo came out and you were like, he has a look of death in his eyes, and he just goes to show exactly what you were talking about.
No. First question, where is Lix looking at, man? You know for a fact that Juven was in the side. He has to be
I'm telling you, he's looking at the future. And the future for him was dead. But it's all at the Juven to clutch it out. But look at that amazing distraction from Sam with that recon dart. Peeks out with that recon dart because he hears the sound, and he's just gonna be taking the win too. But what was that rush coming out from M42? That was the first time that I didn't see them sticking to any strategy. They just went there, they got kills, and they were like, we'll call it a day.
What do you really want to do? That's the name of the game.
That's the name of the game. That's Valorant for you, man. Oh my god. That round, honestly, from M42 was just insane. And honestly, I thought that Reckoning would be getting a few more kills. They might be able to clutch it out. Juven brought it down to a 1v1. He had a little bit of hope. He had a little bit of chance. But they're getting a little too desperate, aren't they? Like, the way that Juven just came, like, he saw the recon dart. He honestly shouldn't have gone in for that shot. He should have taken cover and then taken it down and played mind games with him. But nah, he just let Sam take the kill at that point. And no shade to him. They're just getting a little desperate. And I feel them, man. If M42, they're going to be playing like this. I mean, aren't you going to be scared if they're going to be playing like this?
M42, they do have a strong plan on their side, and I see another thing in the hands of Evo. I see PTSD.
Oh no.
I see PTSD on Hyper and Evo. Both of them, they're gonna make them feel a little bit of the Vietnam flashbacks soon enough. They're gonna go back to the trenches in a little bit. But let's see who's gonna be sending who to the trenches, because now it's gonna be Evo. Holding it right around the corner. He's going in for a push. It's gonna be Hyper getting that first initial kill. He wants a couple of more shots as well for himself. He's gonna be the one to take down a couple of things, and Bond is right around the corner. He's holding down with that rifle, but he's gonna be forced out this corner. He's stuck. But also the side of M42, they're also stuck because side control is still not in their favor. The smokes are gonna be coming on out as well. Venom's holding from shower. He has not found any form of information, but thing is, they have nothing to work with, not even any guns as well, because Bondep, he picked up the gun that they could have gotten for themselves.
Exactly. But you know what I love about M42? They kind of get a good read on Reckoning and they know exactly where they are. And once they know, they don't take it down to like 1v1. They go in with that entire team to take down a singular player. And that's what was the advantage in their hands. And I was expecting this. I was really thinking that they were going to take the portal.
Ion knows.
Yeah, but he's not going to be aggressing. He knows what M42 are all about. But right now, Reckoning, they've got the upper hand. They've got the guns, and they're going to make it sing. And the Spectres are just not going to be working out for M42. But it's all Gucci, man. You got your guns, and now you're going to be having all the money in the world to take out your Phantoms, to take out your Vandals. And this aggressive, this is where it's going to get really, really spicy. Because I feel like they're going to be going in for a B rush again. They're going to go in, they're going to get the kills, and there's going to be a couple of lurkers down there on A side just to distract them a little bit. And honestly, I'm going to call it a day. I feel like this round is going to be going to M42 as well.
We don't really know, and we always talk about the side of Bind being a much more defense-favored map, so in a way, this is where I and get as much of a strong lead as possible. Thing is, the side of M42, they're banking on a Viper leader center player.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be their pseudo sentinel, and they're running a double controller-based composition with an Astra instead of an Omen or a Brimstone. Brimstone would have been a much more stronger pickup, but I understand why they wanted the Astra because of the amount of utility that she has
Exactly.
in hands of Venom. It can be really deadly, but the Brimstone has a lot more ease of use. It allows you to have that orbital strike on your arsenal, and you know how good the orbital strike can be on this map in particular. But it seems like IronCube, he's gonna have his own orbital strike in the shape of a Vandal. Snaps one of the players out of existence, and now Emo, he needs to take a back seat. He needs to be a lot more careful from now on because his shenanigans are getting
Ooh,
caught
look at
up
Trist.
on that. He's gonna be able to get this kill. There's nothing that they can do about it.
Trist's position just gave him the upper hand. He managed to get that trade. He has to get a few more right now because they have to stop M42 from taking the site. The setup is good, but it's not enough to keep M42 out. They took down majority of them, and look at this. It's all up to Sam right now. Trist, he has no idea that Sam's up there. I thought that he saw him, but I'm not really sure. He has a fair idea. Sam does too. But if somebody's gonna be backstabbing Sam right now, it's gonna be game over for him. He sees Trist. He tries to go for that shot, but Trist with that pixel peek gets Sam down and out for the count. Already, it's a 2-2 situation. It's even Stevens. It's a neck-and-neck game. And Bind, it tends to be that way. It's kind of that wildcard map that punishes you for the littlest of mistakes. Just because you don't have enough breathing room, you don't have enough space to work around, a little bit of a mistake that you do, and everybody from your team is just going to be going down.
In a way, this is just going to be a point of a plan for Reckoning as well. They understand what they want to do. M42, they're trying to go in for the same strategy over and over again. And on Bind, you cannot really spread yourselves out a little bit too thin. Yeah, the Viper, she can do whatever she wants. She puts down a couple of smokes, and then she just walks away. She doesn't need to be with the team. She can be that pseudo lurker, but the thing is, when you are on Raze, you cannot go in for lurks like this. It's going to be pretty deadly for you to try and pull off a play like that. To be a lot more careful in the way they start to go in for a lot of these pushes, and Bondef can be on the receiving end of a lot of and loss is always gonna be there. Hyper's gonna be good for one, he's just not gonna be able to get the second.
But excuse me, Hyper, what was that aim? He just comes out, gets a beautiful flick kill, but he gets taken down instantaneously. It's an eco round for M42, and they're not being able to pick up the kills, and Lost, he's got that flick on point, boy. Gets that kill. But Sam, he knows exactly where he is, and that wallbang is counting. He's taken out a lot of HP from Lost, but it doesn't really matter because the entirety of Reckoning, they're going to be closing in onto that hooked up position where, honestly, M42, if you ask me, they've been waiting it out over there for too long. But it's okay. No harm, no foul. It was just an eco round, and now comes a come the guns out yet again. And the utility usage, I'm not seeing enough smokes from Venom. I see a few over here and there, which are kind of surprising me. The way that Venom smoked out their own entry, they smoked out Hookah to get a little bit of view on the underside of Hookah, just to see if there's anybody who's going to be holding a cheeky position. But they were just a little too late for this. I hope they're going to be learning how Reckoning is playing, and then they're going to be going in for those executes. But right now, Reckoning, they're in the driver's seat. They're getting the kills. They know exactly what M42 are up to. And M42, they're coming and running with the same strategies. Emo, he's got high hopes. He pulled out his ultimate, but he's not going to be getting any kills. Ion, instead, on the other hand, is going to be pulling out his operator and getting kills. But Emo, what are you doing amidst those two nanoswarms, my guy? Just instantaneous death for him right now. 2v5 situation, and Sam, he's like, nope, I'm not having any of this. I'm going to be going with the spike all the way to B site. But he needs a little bit of support from his buddy over there, who's all the way down in A side, holed up in that corner with no idea that the entire team is there. But a fair bit of ideas in the hands of Juven. If Sam can catch him off guard, he might have a little bit of a chance to bring it back, and he does. He sees him, he gets a kill, and this is exactly the advantage they needed. But now everybody from Reckoning, they know that Sam is all the way up in B with a spike, and this is going to be spelling trouble for them. Audio notification given out by Bondef. But if they're going to be giving individual 1v1, Sam might be able to take a few players down. But no, here comes a crossfire, and very soon Sam is going to be going down, and with a wallbang, no less. Ouch for him, man. But right now, M42, they're running with the same strategies and the same smokes, and Reckoning, they're not having it, man. They're like, we know how this game is played, and we're going to be taking you down nonetheless.
This is how it goes from time to time. There's not much into here. You're going to get taken out. You're going to get shut down in a matter of seconds, and it's kind of expected. It's supposed to happen from time to time. But in a way, as you're moving down forward even further, Reckoning, I like this. They have a plan now. They're not making those rookie mistakes that we saw them make previously. And it feels like M42, they're trying to test out the waters just a little bit too much. They need to find a solid plan for themselves as well. And with this pause, I'm really hoping that Venom gives them that pep
exactly.
talk that they need to bring themselves back up.
Like
That was I was
that
worried
huddle.
about because yes. Yes, you gotta give them that pep talk. You gotta bring their spirits up as much as you possibly can because in a way it feels like M42 they're kind of down. They're spreading themselves out a little bit too much. They're not playing for the trades as properly. And Reckoning, they're playing for the trades beautifully. They don't even need to trade. A couple of their players are just pulling off incredible shots. And in this situation, the side of M42, they need to get a proper buddy system up and running almost immediately.
True.
Bind is a map about the buddy system. Unless you're a little bit extroverted, you're not going to be able to win out.
Exactly, because Bind, it just doesn't give you that space that you need to take proper control, right? Like most maps, they have to, yeah, like you have a midsection, and I really try to stress on this a lot because that mid area in most you just don't realize how important that is until it's gone. And Bind is the map that kind of brings you back down to earth and makes you realize that that midsection is really important.
What is this?
But, okay, 2 recon darts, one from theirs and one from his, and just gonna get spotted out by one. But look at that flick from Ion! Gets that kill on Emo, and that might be setting the pace of the game. Venom, he has to get the kill on Ion. He has to keep him distracted. He does! Gets that kill. Now they have to hold their position, but Trist, he spots one out, and even though the smoke is coming, he's gonna be spraying that down and getting that kill. It's a 3-4 right now. Hyper is taking a lot of damage over there because of the Nano Storm grenade. Lost. He might be able to get one kill, but no. Venom, he picks up that operator. Bad choice there, my man. Lost might be able to pick up a few more kills because the guns is not working out for M42. And before you know it, Lost is going to be picking up a 3K and shutting everybody down, putting the 5th round onto the board for the side of Team Reckoning. But considering how much I'm talking about, you know, M42 having the strategies, on the map of Bind, at least, if you don't have your proper executes, it's not going to be working out for you. And if you're going to go with the same strategies, like we said, Reckoning is going to catch up. They're one of those teams that are super flexible, super adaptable, and they will change their strategies according to however their opponents are playing. And that's exactly what they're doing right now. And M42, they're not having any clue as to what to do. Once they're getting proper control of the site, their post-plant positioning is where they're getting a little confused, and they have to work on that. Otherwise, Reckoning is going to be winning this map out.
Exactly. This type of situation is just gonna get even more difficult. INQ! He's gonna be so good! He just does not miss. INQ, you gotta stop that.
Honestly, what is his aim? What even is
aim? Just on another level when he's doing stuff. And INQ, he's just angry. After what happened in the last game, he's like, okay, you want to circumvent my operator, you don't want to peek me, it's fine. I'm gonna peek you and I'm gonna make sure you feel my hurt. This is why you respect INQ. This is why you never peek this man when he has an operator in his hand, because that's how dangerous it can be.
Exactly. But here's the advantage, in my opinion, that M42 has a little bit, because nobody from Reckoning is flanking them. And right now, that is what they're supposed to be relying on. And honestly, deciding upon whichever site they want to take control of, and just stick to it. Be confident. Go into their executes and take proper control, because it's such a small map. Once you take proper control, it's very hard to be taken back. And they're not understanding that. They're playing it like the previous map, and it's not going to work out for them. And look at this right now. Emo is the only one left. And Bondef, he knows that there might be somebody coming down there, but he doesn't know that Emo is holed up in that corner. If he does match a peek out and get a kill, good for him. That's just going to be one player down and out for the count, but it's not going to be enough because the spike, he's lost it. He still has an opportunity to get it back, but he's not going to be overextending this. He knows that he has to save his gun. He knows that they don't have that much money. And right now, look at the economy on Reckoning Esports, man.
10 seconds left.
They're not even pushing to get this kill. I don't understand. They want to push this economic advantage as much as they possibly can. You know, just want to save this gun. He wants that hero vandal in his hand to try and survive here. Plus, he has full armor, so he has nothing to really worry about. He can chill, he can relax. He just wait. And with that, that's going to be another run on the board for the side of Reckoning and M42. They need to find a plan.
Yeah.
They need to switch something up in their strategies, and the main thing that I really want them to do here is to use that Viper utility to get to its own.
I swear, I haven't seen enough of that.
Is there, but look at the way they place the wall. It's not cutting up the side, it's cutting up elbow? It's cutting up laps.
Because that's what they're more comfortable with, right?
I understand, but what are you gonna do with laps control? You need to get yourself right? Out
into the site, exactly. That's what they're not realizing, and they're just being a little more comfortable with that closer space because they're like, if anybody pushes us, we can get those kills. But it doesn't really work like that. But at least this time around, they're going in for a proper take on B side. But no, just a little bit of nanostorm damage is all that they needed to get pushed back by Reckoning. And right now, Reckoning, they're completely in the driver's seat and they're pushing it to 120 kilometers per hour. Ion, he knows exactly the fact that he knows that they're on long. But okay, look at this. The Cosmic Divide is going to be coming out, but at the wrong time. Ion is going to be taking that shot and he's going to be getting that kill. Juven is holed up on that corner, gets that kill. That spray transfer from last map is not going to be working out for him. Venom is going to be taking him down. 3v4 situation, and they have to be wary of nanostorm grenades because they're taking way too much damage from those, man.
They're all caught.
And there we go. It's just
Knife him.
no,
Knife
no,
him.
no, no,
What?
no.
Oh, come on, go on to the last guy.
One enemy remaining.
Are you kidding me? That is just disrespect from Reckoning to M42 right now. And honestly, they're just punishing them at this point. Like, you cannot keep coming back with the same strategies because we're gonna catch up to you.
The main thing that I really want to know is that M42, they looked a little bit clueless right there. There was a lockdown, and they didn't know about the lockdown.
I don't know. Are they? Is this Valorant?
Valorant, ladies and gentlemen.
Question
Game
mark.
where and people say that Valorant's not a horror game.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't really know what they're trying to do.
If I
with this.
am on the enemy team, I think that it's.
Yeah,
Oh no!
they're just-
Oh no! 4 IQ! Oh my god, Venom! What HP? What is happening?
And they don't have any heals on top of that. Venom is as good as dead. He might not even be able to pick up a singular bullet. So he's just gonna give away his gun. 4v4. But it's basically a 3v4 right now because Venom is as good as dead. He has a sheriff on top of that. He knows that he's not gonna be able to use it. Juven is holed up in that teleporter, which is something that we've stopped seeing, right? Like we used to see a lot of that when Valorant came up with the map bind, and that's just something that people don't use anymore because they don't expect the teleportation usage as much. But M42, they're good with their strategy. They're good with, coming with plans that people are not used to, and that's exactly what Reckoning are preparing for. And now they're adapting to M42's playstyle, and it's not working out for M42 at all. Look at that, Tristan right around the corner, and before you know it, he's going to be able to pick up a singular kill. If Rix clears out that corner of this judge, he might be able to get it down. But look at this, Venom smokes are going to be coming in, and that gives them the information that they needed, and that is working out for them 1v1. Hyper gets the first kill, but Bondev gets a pain shell kill. Good for him. 3v3 situation. The Astra is still alive. Venom is still alive, but there we go. He's just going to be going down. Bondev is going to be taking him down. Tries to get a second kill, gets a second kill. Brings it down to Sam only, and he has a Spectre. There's not much that he can do with that, can he? M42, the beginning of something great, and in a matter of a few seconds, they just started crashing down, man.
Right here.
It feels like the map of Haven is where they put all their planning and a lot of their
Exactly.
energy into. And now on the map of Bind, they're just really confused and they don't know what to expect. Mondev's gonna go and pick up that operator down towards that 8-5. And in this situation, they're already on an 8-2, and if this heads down over to a 10-2 or even a 9-3, I don't know,
gonna be
man.
hard,
M42.
But we may never know. We've seen insane comebacks, right? Especially on the defensive side of things. And I always say that Bind is a little bit of a defensive side of map just because of less space for them. And the way that Reckoning are playing, it seems really good for them on the defense. But let's see how good they're going to be on the offense, because I've seen amazing teams come out with proper executes and they just turn that defensive side of the map into an attacker side of the map. And M42, they're not being able to do that. But I hope they're going to be able to make it back on the defense to at least tie up the scoreline a little bit and then have a fighting chance. But right now it's just pure disrespect because they haven't come prepared for the attack side of Bind, have they?
Feels like it. They don't know what to do. They don't know how to push. They don't really even know how to try and get away from IQ, this operator. Like, what do you do against this man? This operator is dealing so much damage. The way that it's just controlling the side of M42 is the hard part. The level of potency that INQ has on this entire matchup is one of the main reasons why they're able to do something like this. The main reason why they're able to go in for such a hold, but I don't like this. A fast rush from the side of B-Long, they're not getting cleaned on the full score.
Okay, here comes a cleanup crew. They did manage to take him out, and an equal trade at that. 3v3 situation, I feel like you might be right. It might be a 9-3. It might be an 8-4, but we may never know. Ayan, he's angry, he's mad, he's pulled out his Blaze Storm, but the Viper Spit is there down to work in that mark. Let's see if he can. Bondem goes in for the ultimate, but it doesn't work out for him. Emo is gonna be the one taking him down. Sam answers as well. Takes out a player. Trish tries to go in for a kill, but no, Emo is gonna be there in that Viper's pit to take it out. But as much as I want to hype this up, man, that was just purely because of that Viper's pit.
Yeah, the Viper's pit was the main thing that gave them this plan. The way they were able to enter onto the side, they got the Viper's pit down. They got the plan.
But don't you think that's the exact problem? The Viper is not using the utilities enough. You said this before, and I completely agree with you.
It feels like Rix is not really using his utilities.
Yeah.
They place down a Viper wall. They place down a Viper smoke. And they get nothing out.
Exactly.
Same wall every single round.
Okay. I think we shouldn't have talked bad about Rix. Like, he got mad, man.
No, his aim is pretty good. I'm not saying that his aim is bad. It feels like his utility usage is a little bit off, but to go up against a player like INQ on an operator battle, they need to flush him out with utility. You cannot peek this man and actually survive to live to tell the tale.
Wait, are you seeing this? Are you seeing the switcheroo? M42 are in sight, and Reckoning are out of it. In a matter of a few seconds, it was like the tables just turned, literally just flipped. M42 came in from hookah, and Reckoning were like, you know what, we'll go down long to get those kills. And they're like, wait, how are you in sight? But that is our proper control of sight as well.
Spider-Man meme.
Yeah. Just pointing at each other, going like, what? I thought you were in sight. And they were like, I thought you were outside. And nonetheless, they've gotten proper, they've got a little bit of side control, but yeah, this guy's just nutty. He just gets kills after kills for that operator where he has no business getting those kills. And right now, M42 pushing them is a bad idea, but no, Venom makes it work, gets that kill and is going to be pushing back away from it, which is a good idea. The Cosmic Divide comes in, and every time Venom puts any of his utilities from the side of Astra, I love it. Hyper gets a beautiful kill on Triss, and I don't know how that's recall works, but Valorant, just somebody explain Valorant to me, because I don't know how that kill works. But anyway, it's a 2v2 right now. Intense situation. Cosmic Divide is helping them a lot, and no information is there for Reckoning. They're using the smokes to push in, but there are smokes in the hands of M42 too. One kill is going to be coming in. Hyper's location has been given out, but he's inside the smoke. But look at this!
Oh, no. Hyper.
My heart.
Oh my god. Even Hyper's like, no, that just did not happen. Okay. I need to take a breather. I need to take it slow. It's an 8-4 score line. I got it for my squad. It's fine. Don't really worry about it. But INQ, he nearly pulled off here. He had a 4K. He was going up for the ace, but Hyper's the one to put it down for all those plans. Lost. I think he was actually lost in the situation. He literally looked lost.
Honestly, yeah. He just looked lost. Poor guy. He was like, where are they? But then, honestly, my heart is still in my hands just because of Hyper. Like, he didn't really think of that happening, and he was like, you know what, it's gonna be an easy kill. He goes around, he had the right idea, he tries to swing it, but then misses, and then he's like, okay, track mode, tries to track him down, but it doesn't work out for him in the first few seconds, and that just put my heart in my hands, man.
Why aim labs is super important for tracking exercises as well as flicking, and in this situation, pretty well for them. And he's right around that corner though. He's trying to go for that first initial engagement fight. Good amount of chunk damage being given from the side of Sam. These choke darts are so good! How is he able to find stuff like this? Through a smoke even! Oh my god, Sam, he's just in.
Honestly, yeah. But I really feel like M42's lineup should have been changed just a little bit. Rick should have taken a little bit more of an offensive character and not the Viper, and should have left it to somebody else. But let's see how they're going to be working wonders with this card now, because the advantage is right now with the Reckoning. They're getting the kills, and M42 are just going down to those pistols. 2v4 situation right now. Emo has a frenzy in his hands. He can pick off one player, but it's not going to be enough. Let's see if that's going to be working out for them. But no, Juven is going to be stepping out of his corner and showing them what aim truly means. And Ion, he's just going to be spraying away. And Emo's like, what is that buzzing noise? Turns around and it's obviously going to be IonQ trying to shoot his head out. Going to be managing that eventually. But here's the thing. M42 should stand a little bit more of a chance on the defensive side of things, because their major problem was Viper's utilities not coming out enough. And on top of that, the nanoswarms being placed beautifully by Reckoning Esports. And every time a nanoswarm is coming out in hookah or maybe in the tubes area, they're just being pushed back. They're being way too scared about it. And they're not trying to find out where those nanoswarms are. And that was their major problem. But right now, since they're on defense, they don't have to worry about that much. And the setups from the Viper should be easier for them. And I hope that is going to work out for them, because Reckoning, if it doesn't work out for M42, Reckoning is just going to be punishing them.
Now, I'm just gonna wait. We're just gonna see what to expect here. INQ getting tagged on once again by that shock dart, but how much damage these shock darts are doing? It's not really adding up to a lot of the kills now, is it? Sam's trying to make a run for it. He's gonna get caught up with a grenade as well. That grenade was just so beautiful, and Sam, I feel bad for you, man. Couldn't even take a gunfight. You tried to bring a gun to the party, but everyone just had grenades, shock darts,
Emo.
of other plays, and Emo, he actually gets away with it.
Spike
Gets a
down
gun for
B.
himself. Lost is gonna be the one to shut down one, but Emo, he's gonna be the try to put a damper on all of their plans. But Emo, he does get the 2 kills, but that's all that he's gonna find. Not much more than that. Bondev's gonna be the thing that shuts everything down here, running and gunning straight out of the corner. He just does not
Nice
care.
try,
And then
man.
4 on the scorecard. And Emo, just as Quain said, nice try, my dude. But nice tries are not gonna be the thing that wins you out in this
Yeah.
matchup here. 10 and 4.
4.
Double
Yeah.
digits on the cards, and now it's your
Jinx.
first final.
Exactly, 10 and 4 on the cards, and honestly I thought that M42 were going to be able to pick it back up with the defense, but their defensive strategies are also not on point. They're not tight at all, and I don't think they have a strategy at all for that matter. I don't think they've loaded the map of Bind, and they're just kind of figuring their way around right now. It seems kind of difficult for them, and honestly as a team, I mean, they haven't like practiced a lot on Bind, and that is what is going to be giving the Reckoning the advantage. And right now, this is going to be getting that much harder for them. But look at this. It's going to be a full buy for M42. Let's see if they're going to be able to make their guns sing. Hyper up on a really hyper aggressive spot over there. Tries to get a kill, but no, he has to dash out because there was too much firepower just being put on him. Everybody has taken Lamb's control, but they're trying to take it back. Hyper does manage to do it down. Gets a second kill, but there's a run and gun coming in from Emo. From Tris, my bad, who get the kill on Hyper. But look at this. In a matter of a few seconds, M42, they're getting back control, and they already have spike control as well. And lost. He's just a little bit lost yet again. He knows where the spike is, but he doesn't know where M42 are. He knows that there is going to be one player around the corner, and whoever peeks out first is going to be getting a kill, and lost. His aim, however, is not lost. Picks up that kill. Takes a little bit of damage from that snake bite. That must sting a little bit. But 95 HP is still fine. 40 shields on top of that, but he has to play the waiting game right now. 40 HP. He can't just pick up the spike and go in for that teleportation, but Emo is looking at that angle. Information has been given out. A little more HP being tagged on a loss, and he's like, oh wait, there's a Vandal there in Lambs, and he's gonna be picking that up and taking him down. But no, Emo, he wide swings it, comes down right into the open, and takes down Lost. And yeah, that is one round into the belt. Yeah, that is one round into the belt for M42, but it's still gonna be a long and hard climb for them.
It's gonna take them a while. 10
Yeah.
and 5 on the scorecards. They cannot lose any more rounds. This was a buy round from the side of. This was a bonus, sorry, from the side of Reckoning. And now that they have the buys once again, they need to. They don't have buys actually from the last
Yeah.
round. Wait, one sec. Wasn't it a bonus for them?
I thought so. Or did they just get like slammed down because of that? And Trish is the only one with a
Possibly.
Phantom right now. Okay, wow. Venom is on the Spectre, right? It wasn't. Okay, but let's see if it's going to be working out for them. Yeah, the better guns are going to be singing. Rix gets the first kill, and looks to me like it's going to be a B push coming off from Reckoning, and they have a fair bit of idea. They were leaving B side way too underguarded, and that's exactly what they're like picking their pace back up on. And look at the tubes being just darted by Juven time after time, and Rix is already down to 8 HP. Chris has already gotten control of A side, and it's funny how M42, they're taking control of one side and leaving the other one unguarded.
We need to try and find a proper method to this.
Yeah.
You know, we need to try and figure out that, okay, we're pushing down on B, we have control of B. What about A? They're rotating a little bit too much. The disciplined plays are not happening, and I'm really looking to Venom to try and calm his team down already, because it feels like these type of mistakes should not
Okay.
really be made here,
Okay.
but at the same time, Hyper is already going to be there with the same. You don't have anything to worry about, because Hyper with the same, he's going to be that factor that brings everything back
Last player
onto their
standing.
board. This is how you play, this is how you go.
What?
Sam's gonna be good for one, and Hyper's gonna be the thing that shuts down the last as well. Ladies and gentlemen, that's gonna be another round on the board going in the favor of the side of Team M42, but the thing is, now Reckoning, they have full buys on their side. With these full buys, things are just gonna get a lot more tougher.
Exactly. And although Hyper's aim is hyper good, but there's only so much he can do to hold on an entire side on his own. Tried his best, managed to make his gun sing, but that was on an against an eco round from Reckoning. But right now it's a full buy on both ends, and they have to find out, like you said, they had to come up with a strategy that manages to cover both sides at the same time. And they had to put their key characters in the key places, like Viper on one side and Astra on the other. That's what they're doing, but Rix is not using his utilities enough, and I'm feeling bad about that. Because I feel like that is the one thing they're lacking because on the coordination they're airtight, and the planning they're lacking a little bit, but I feel like they can pick it back up in a matter of no time. It looks to
Comeback
me
is
like
very
it's
much possible.
yep, very much possible, yeah. But let's see if this A push for the side of Reckoning, if let's see if it's gonna be working out for them, because whichever side they're hitting, M42 they're not being able to stop them. But last round they just spoke a different language and they managed to pull it back. But I don't really think that's gonna be enough because Reckoning they're reading into M42.
Oh, M42, they're playing with fire. Sam, you went in for a jiggle peek instead of a jump peek, and these jiggle peeks could just end up in your death if you're not careful. Hyper's going to be playing on the top end, and INQ's going to be playing at the bottom.
Right.
The two jets look like it looks poetic,
What
man.
is
Look at
this?
this angle.
What is this?
This is what you call true art, parallel art, ladies and gentlemen.
What in
Balance,
hell?
just as everything should be.
Exactly. But let's see who's gonna be tipping that
30
balance, because
seconds
looks like IonQ, he doesn't know that he's up on top, and Hyper is gonna be getting that kill. However, Bondev is already pushed to the side, and Lost along with that is gonna be getting a kill. 3v4 situation already, and the spike plant is gonna be coming down. And like I said, they're leading the other side a bit too unguarded, and now the retake scenario is gonna be coming up. But I feel like that's what they're playing for, right? They're playing for the retakes, but the retakes are not working out. However, the Cosmic Divide has come in from the side of Reckoning. Let's see if it's gonna help them anytime now. And it looks to me like it's helping them a little bit. Emo, but he has the right idea. Bondev tries to get that kill on him. Emo's just jiggling it out, trying to get any damage as possible. He's trying to take like control of the Lamb side little by little, but I feel like Bondev might be able to get the kill, but his health is low. But no, Lost is there too, picking the kills for himself. It's already a 2v2. It's a neck and neck round right now. No time for him, but he can get it. But no, the spike is killed, and it's all done and dusted. Emo can pick up a few kills, but that's about it. And Triss is gonna be going down to the spike right now. But wow, exactly. Yeah, that's gonna hurt M42 more than it is Emo. Yeah. I mean, it's gonna be hurting M42 more than it is Reckoning, because 11-6 on the scorecards. One more round is gonna be match point, and the second map is gonna be taken away by Reckoning Esports.
Way that Reckoning are playing a lot of these different fights, I kind of like it, but at the same time, M42, aggression is there, positions are strong, but they're giving away a lot of 1v1 fights. Sometimes you don't really want to take a fight at all whenever you're playing inside of Lambs. You just gotta wait. You don't even need to go in for a swing, and in this situation, that swing from the sky, from the source, from Rick, sorry, was a little bit of a question mark. Could have played it just a little bit more better, but okay.
Yeesh.
He wanted to go in for a fight, I guess, with a bulldog.
Yeah, I guess. But that bulldog's not gonna be barking today. What is gonna be barking or howling for that matter is IonQ's wind. With a blaze storms he's popped. Might be able to get a few kills, but Hyper, he tries to get a kill, but gets tagged down to that smoke instead. Bondev, he's hopeful, tries to get a kill, but no. Emo is gonna be finding his mark. What is this? It's just like two Razes looking at each other and popping their ultimates and just popping their rockets at the same time. But Emo's won. Yeah. But Emo's sung better. Spike plant is going to be coming in, but M42 is right around the corner. Venom is right there. He knows where they are. Gets IonQ, tries to get the second, but no, Juven is going to be getting that kill instead. But it's a 3v3 and a lot of damage done to Juven, so it's going to be a little bit easier for them to take the site back. I feel like it might be a level 11-7 coming along. But Triss, right around the corner, he knows that Hyper is there, but Hyper doesn't. Sam picks up one more player.
Oh,
nobody
Triss
knows that Triss is over here, but no, he's gonna be missing. Hyper's gonna be missing, and Triss is gonna be paying him for that. Sam tries to get the kill, but Joven comes out with his Hunter's Fury. Emo, he has to get this kill right now. Does manage to get it, but it's already 57 HP, and he doesn't have enough time. Triss knows that, and yeah, there we go. So it's done and dusted right now. 12-6.
Yep. This is how it's working out. This is how RG is trying to win here. That's how you do it. That's how you bring everything back. 12-6 for Reckoning. The way that they're able to just plan out every single one of their strategies. That's what I love. Reckoning, they're showcasing to us what was missing back in map number 1. A solid plan, good adaptability, and good basic fundamentals. The fundamentals are what matters here when it comes down to bind. And the fact that they were able to come on back and showcase us exactly that is what you want from a team. They're able to bounce back from a loss and come back even stronger. And M42, they're now feeling the wrath of Reckoning as a complete squad. They're doing a lot, they're getting the trades, but at the same time, there's a lot of panic in the eyes of M42, and it feels like a roster that is this momentum based, it cause problems because if they rely on momentum this much, it's gonna be really bad.
Yeah. And you know how I talk about some teams not being that good at close range duels, and it seems to me that M42, they're just not good on the map of Vine. They have to get their strategies on point. But look at this bamboozle over here. Reckoning, they're like, you know what? Let's keep M42 on their toes and just end things in style because it's the match point, and everybody took that teleporter there. And the spike line is going to be going in. That's the problem with M42. Once they get a little bit of audio notification, they instantly rotate and go for that switcheroo. But it's not working out for them. Oh, look at that spray coming down through that smoke. One kill comes out from Rix, but it's already a 2v2. This might be a round that Reckoning might be able to not win out. But doesn't really matter. Instead of that, Juventus is going to be tapping away at Sam's head. 1v2 already. Rix is still not done. He still has a lot to say. Picks up another kill, but he has to pick up a gun right now because Juventus has a stronger one. Rix, yeah, he's not going to be able to pull it off, man. Juven knows exactly where he is, and he's going to be flicking and getting that kill. 13-6 for the second map. It's kind of poetic right now at this point, you know? Because, like, we had a 13-6 or 7, was it? For the first map, and it was a 13-6, an exact revenge that it's been exacted by Reckoning Esports onto M42.
In a way, we kind of just expected that to happen.
Yeah.
The way that they were able to take every single one of those different engagements, the way that they took a lot of those fights, it just goes to show that M42, they are a really incredible roster on paper, and they can pull up a lot of incredible plays, but in a way, they need to work on every single map, not just one. So let's head on over towards the match highlights, ladies and gentlemen, to see exactly what happened on Vine, to get a bird's eye view and break everything down for you here piece by piece. And in a way, Reckoning, the main reason why they got a lot of these rounds is because they just played Valorant way better. Their fundamentals were stronger in this map. And Vine is a map that is based upon fundamentals. You don't need incredible strategies. It's all about trading.
Exactly.
Trade was just way better in the case of Reckoning in comparison to M42. And that's what you would expect. They are the much more experienced team. And in this situation, Vine just did not work out in their favor. Plus, it felt like M42 were a little bit too confused on this map.
Yep.
You need to have a solid plan. Like, you need to know which angles you want to check. You need to know who's going to be checking what, who's going to be taking what fight. Because if you don't know which fights are you going to be taking, what's going to happen, Quayne?
Exactly.
You're going to check 3 different angles.
Yeah.
Different angles. You're going to be put into a spot where you cannot even take a single fight. A player peeks up from the angle you're already checking, but on the back of your mind, you're worried about that fight.
And correct. And I've talked about this so many times before. Like, you have to have a proper crossfire setup for those trades to be coming out. And look at that hyper. This is where he gets like super scared as to what happened to his aim. But that's the thing. That's what you have to work out on. You have to work out the fact that you have to go in for a proper duel, and you can't keep your mind confused as to which duel you're going to be taking. And M42, they were a little too confused, and they just didn't know which fight they wanted to pick up, and they were just looking at too many angles at the wrong time, or at the same time for that matter, and that is exactly what Reckoning needed. They saw that it confused M42, and they went in for those kills. And in the map of Vine, I've said this before, the reason why I call it a wildcard map is because it's such a small map that it honestly kind of comes down to the instantaneous decision making that you make. And honestly, for that reason, Reckoning is way better. They're just amazingly flexible. They know what to do when it happens to them, and they make instantaneous switches, and their aim is always true. So it kind of boils down to instantaneous smokes, flashes, or your aim. And M42, they're good with the strategies, but these 3 things, they were not coming out at the right time. And I feel like a breach or a sky might have helped them out a little bit more. But let's see what they're going to be picking up on the last map, because we were waiting for this so long. But before we go into that break, Aggressive, anything you want to say though?
I want to say about one thing, man. That I was looking at just as we were going on the cast. Like, I was checking out the Amazon Great Indian Festival.
Honestly, yeah.
I gotta check out those sales again, because I found myself a really good deal on a pair of Logitech headphones. I really want to pick that up for myself. I really want to get one, because my one, as you can see, it's kind of tearing apart piece by piece. There's a couple of patches here and there. I need something new, man. I need something fresh. And if I want to get something, it has to be from the Great Indian Festival. Couple of deals on 50% off. I saw a couple on 60% as well. If you're looking to get yourself something fancy, or if you want to get a gift for your friend or your loved one, you don't really know, it's all there for you at the Great Indian Festival. Go check it out. All the links down below in the description. You don't even need to type in Amazon.in on your browser. We got you covered for everything. We got you covered on the deals as well. But for now, we're going to be covering you guys later on for map number 3 because it's a 1-1 scoreline between these two teams, and it's an incredible one indeed. And in map number 3 is anything like what we expected from map number 1 and 2. It's going to be a long haul to get yourself energized, get yourself ready, and get your popcorn, ladies and gentlemen, as we do set up map number 3. And we're going to be back with the real shortly with the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship after a short word from our sponsors. And welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear. It's going to be your boy Aggressive with Quaid one more time. Coming on back, jumping into the fray once again, because after the intensity of match number 1, match number 2, match number 3 is going to be an incredible one for sure. After what happened on map number 1, and to be specific, in map number 2, Bind was something that we kind of expected Reckoning to win. That's our home pick. That's the map that they really wanted to go at. That's the map where we know for a fact they're going to be able to do a really good fight. Map number 3 is going to be an interesting one. So let's head on down over to the map video screen and see exactly where we're going to be headed. And it's going to be none other than the map of Ascent. The birthing place of a lot. The birth. I don't even know. What do I say?
Valorant, to be
The
honest.
birthplace of Valorant, pretty much.
Yeah.
Any team, every single team that has become a top caliber team right now in our country and in any other region, they needed to master Ascent first. If you did not master Ascent, you are not considered as a top caliber team.
Exactly. Now, considering how M42 they're real technical about everything, I hope that they've spent enough time on Ascent to get the technicalities of that down. Because if they're not going to be getting that straight. Reckoning they're going to be bringing the storm to them, and like look at how evenly it's matched up, right? Look at the first map; it's 13-7 in the second map. Reckoning came back with an insane. How do I put it? With the exact same comeback and put up a 13-6 score, just to show that they're on the same level, but with a different playstyle. So this third map is going to be kind of a doozy because we don't know which team is going to be winning it out. Because based off of what we saw, M42's success depends completely upon how prepared they are for that map. They were prepared for Haven because that's what they picked, and they were like, you know what, let's go for it. We know what we have to do in case of anything going awry, in case of anything going wrong. And they showed us how technical they can get with the strategies. But on the second map, that is the map of Bind, they were not ready at all, and they just got it handed over to them on a silver platter by Reckoning Esports. And third map, this is where it's going to get interesting. And the reason why it's going to get even more interesting is because, like you said, right, it's kind of the home map for Valorant. And every team that is out there right now, they know what they have to do. So I'm guessing that M42 have done their enough research to get the win on this one, but you may never know. If they haven't, Reckoning, they're going to have this as a clear win.
Yeah, Reckoning, they do have a little bit more of a plan when it comes down to the map. Ascent, they have the track record behind them. They have the statistics on their side, but at the same time, you know for a fact that I have moments where I need to throw that statistic page straight out of the window, or probably just burn it right in my hand. Because Reckoning, they have been really good, but at the same time they've been dropping the ball as well.
Yeah, true.
You don't really know what to expect. So in a way, I'm not going to be predicting anything for the team that's going to win here. M42, they're still a brand new roster. They're switching everything up from time to time, and they have a lot of their ups and downs that we don't really know what to do with. So in this type of situation, this is what we need to see from M42, a little bit more control, a little bit much more of a solid plan in the way that they're going to be moving forward. So in that sense, M42, I really want to see what pickups are they going to be going for, because I know for a fact that off of the top of my head, Reckoning, they always pick up a Phoenix on the map of Ascent. And that Phoenix can work out really well for Bondef if and only if he's able to play his cards properly. So let's see if we can see that. Otherwise, I don't know, man. Reckoning, they could just lose here, and M42, they could just walk away with victory.
True, and we know that Reckoning, they're going to be having their attack-heavy roster always ready. Ion is always going to be picking up that jet. We know that, and yeah, I know that the audience is not privy to this information, and the agent selection pick has already come up, and Bondep has gone in for that Phoenix pick, so let's see how it's going to be working around with that. And the rest of them, they're going to go in for their usual picks. But this is the thing, right? Every time I see M42 just insta-locking all of the characters, I know they have some sort of a plan, and on the previous map, it wasn't as apparent, but this one I'm hoping is going to be different. And I really think that Rix is good at the Killjoy, and he's not that ready for the Viper, and that kind of led to their fall down or their descent on the map of Bind. And I hope this is going to be their ascent, because Rix is picked up the Killjoy. So I'm really hopeful for this right now, man. And yeah, I feel like it's going to be a good map for M42, but who knows?
We started the match off with a really good punt, so it's going to be a pretty good one indeed. So the match has been prepped up and ready, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to be heading on down over onto that in a short bit. But now, as the map of Ascent has been picked up, with all of the teams already prepped up and ready, let's just see what we can accept here. The fact that a lot of these teams have gone in for plays like that. A lot of these teams have gone in for much more of a systematic play style for the map of Ascent. It could be quite difficult. Double initiator on the side of M42, while a double duelist composition in the favor of the side of RGE.
Yeah.
Now,
but
what are they gonna do?
okay, here's the thing, right? I feel like initiators and duelists are pretty similar in their playstyle. The only thing that is differentiating each other is the fact that most initiators have a flash on them, but then again, so many duelists too. So I really think that it boils down to how you play them. They're both duelists, they're both initiators in my opinion. So it's kind of like the same roster in my eyes. But let's see how it's going to be working out for them, because M42, they're on the attack right now, and they seem to be having a little bit of a plan, because Venom has put down proper smokes and they've gotten really quick control of the site of A. And Reckoning Esports, they've got to go in for the retake already. The spike is going to be planted and the retake scenario has been set up, and there's just pot shots coming out. But Bondef around the corner picks up 2 kills easily. Triss, he's going to be shutting him down, but I mean, Triss is going to be picking up another kill as well, and Sam is going to be shutting him down, but it's already whittled down to a 2v4 situation. It's not looking good for M42 at all. But just as I'm saying that, they're picking up the kills for themselves, and Sam is going to pick up a 3k. What just...
These two, the dynamic duo.
The dynamic duo, yeah. What? These guys are so good at fragging.
Sam. Even Hyper's like, good boy, Sam. Good boy.
Yeah.
Did good.
No, I feel like they were just shaking hands over there. We knew this was coming, and we knew we had to clutch it out. Just shaking hands over there. Like, job well done, man.
They can take a bow. They did it really beautifully, but now, Reckoning, once again, they're on the back foot. They do have a judge in their hands. This judge could just be working out in their favor. This is a full-on stag down towards the B side. They're playing it super aggro, and Triss, he's able to walk his way down over into a very cheeky corner, but this could just be really dangerous as well. If Triss is not able to get a kill here, it's all done and dusted. He's gonna be good for 1, but there's not much that he can do more than that. 1 kill is all that he's gonna get, but this is a 1-for-2 trade, and make it a 1 for 3 actually. And now it's all up to lost, but he's just lost, baby bro. He's just not gonna be happening.
How does he keep getting lost? I feel bad for that. But anyway, that wolf was something that he couldn't escape. But look at this! Bondef has control of the spike! Now, let's see if he's going to be able to take off a singular kill at least. But they know that he's around the corner! Emo beautifully predicts that. Comes out and takes that kill. Okay, like this is the awareness that 11 and 42 are aggressive.
No, the awareness factor was that they forgot about the spike.
They were like, what is spike? What is the word spike even? What is spike?
But dude, them having the spike would have been so important. The fact is, them not having it, that's gonna hurt them when it comes out in terms of their eco in the long run. Because remember something, if they lose out here, yes, they're playing at a bonus. They're not gonna have proper buys going into their first initial buy round. So, in a way, that's one small oopsie could just cost them quite a lot moving on down the line in the overall arc. Oh, but Hyper doesn't care, man. He's just going. He's just going.
Exactly. He's just gonna go in with that Spectre. It's gonna be a bonus round, and yeah, Reckoning Esports, they have their guns, but Hyper, like you said, he doesn't care. He's like, but that Spectre is all I need, and it's kind of gonna be a close range fight when I'm gonna go down mid, and he's right. If he does manage to get the first, peek on somebody, he might be able to take him down. But look at this. He seems to be super confident right now. The way he's just flicking a lot of things, and yeah, no, they're not players, but still, he has to clear out his corners right now. He knows that there's somebody right there. He smokes out the turret to help his teammates get in, but nobody knows that Javed is right there in that smoke, but he's gonna be sprayed down by M42. But Triss picks up a 2k, but ooh, Hyper is just gonna tap Triss with that Spectre. 2v3 situation right now, aggressive, and the player advantage is in the hands of Reckoning, and I feel like they might be able to take this back, but if they're not, then it's gonna be a clean running roll for M42 from here on out.
The fight's happening. This is how they're gonna be going in. Hyper swings around the corner, gets 1 kill, but now it's all up to Venom. Venom, my man, you need to be the one. Flex your biceps. The bicep flex is gonna be the thing that takes out Iron Q on the background. And now Venom, he's looking for a couple of more. He doesn't know where to check. Does it look left? Does it look right? Bondef, he's gonna be also clearing out all of the different corners. Venom wants him out, and Venom's gonna be able to show him a 1-2 point straight.
What?
0-3
M42
and M42, they bring it all back. They send them back home, pretty much packing. That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. But Venom, he played this so beautifully.
Honestly, like, if you know for a fact that M42 are prepared for a map, this is where it's at. this is where it's at. Like, if you ever, ladies and gentlemen, if you ever see a match that is coming up in which M42 are going to be playing, and if you know that map is good for them, go and watch that, because I love strategic gameplays, and I don't see a lot of them, because a lot of these times I see just utilities coming out and game presence, which is good, but strategic gameplays, chef's kiss, man.
Ooh, a little bit of a spicy hyper. Crispied up a little bit. They give him a tad bit of a sear, but it's fine. He's gonna get himself moved back up. He's just gonna chill. He's just gonna wait. What's the plan now? M42, they're looking to go in for an execution down towards that A side, but it's really dangerous. Bondef is right around the corner with that sheriff in hand. That sheriff could just pop a couple of bullets into the head of one. Flashes are going to be coming out as well, but Bondef's not going to be able to get that kill. That's going to hurt. Loss is going to go for one straight through that smoke, but that's all that he's going to find. Nothing more than that. Shock darts raining on in as well. Dealing a good chunk of damage and getting a kill. Down on the Evo. Poor old Evo. You should know that's a default angle. You don't stand at default.
Yeah. Just because he didn't know that he was going to be taken out by Juven. But Venom, he's over-aggressing. He knows where he is. But no, it was just a little bit of confusion there. But he still managed to pick up that kill on Juven. But he's also going to be taken into that lockdown. But let's see if Ian is going to be getting the kill. But yeah, he was just way too close for Venom to be recovering from that. That was an amazing surfing round.
M42 and Killjoy lockdowns. I don't understand this.
Do they like it? I think they like it. I think they like being bound to a location.
I understand. Like, wait, listen. I'm also a fan of jazz, and M42 feels like they're also a fan of jazz as well. They're constantly doing jazz hands inside of this thing. Like, you know for a fact that whenever I play Valorant with you and there's a Killjoy lockdown, I love doing jazz hands, and I'm like, wait, come on, do jazz hands with me. But I do it after I kill my opponents, after we win out the rounds, and then I start shouting, don't destroy the lockdown, let's do jazz hands together.
Exactly.
In this situation, they haven't even killed anyone, and they're still doing jazz hands, man. I don't get it.
Yeah, true. But look at this. Since they got the first 3 rounds clean, they have a lot of economy, and it's not even gonna daze them a little bit. They've got their guns ready, but Ion Q has got his operator ready, so this is gonna be a really interesting round. A little bit of information given out to Reckoning already with that owl drone, but that information is not going to be enough because the rest of M42 is all across the map. But Rix, what is it with M42 and walking into lockdowns and Juven's shock darts? Every time.
Juven's is too good with the shock darts.
Juven's is too good, man. Yeah.
But the Battle of the Sovas, pretty much. It's Juven on one side, Sam on the other. They're just trying to get as many trick shots as they possibly can.
Yeah.
Whoever gets the first kill is going to be the one to win. But at the same time, Bondef, he has a runner back on his arsenal. The fact that they made such an aggressive push down towards that A-long sideline. They already know A main's on the clear. It's a B-side execution. And all the members of defense, they're already there. They're waiting. INQ. Just look at this man. He has a beautiful off-angle.
You should run.
This is going to be working wonders. But no, the flash is coming in. He has to drop down. Amazingly done by M42. Not going to lie. But look at Sam's back. Okay. What is that tracking? He knew exactly how far Ian would have moved and beautifully placed that Hunter's Fury over there. That just gave them the advantage that they needed, and taking down INQ was one of the major factors because that operator that can sing, but Bondef has come in with a flank and nobody has expected that. He takes down one player, pulls his running back, but it's not going to be enough.
Oh no, look at Hyper, look at Hyper.
Okay. What is even happening
on the other
right
side.
now? Yeah, once he peeks out, it's gonna be a surefire, at least singular kill for him. But no, misses the first, but he dashes back at the right time. Pulls out his Blaze Storm, could get a kill potentially, but no, lost. Finds a stray bullet, puts a stray bullet straight into Hyper's head. But look at this, he's gonna carry on to that. Gets another kill, and it's gonna be Bondef to finish everything off and take out Sam, putting him the second round onto the board for the side of Reckoning Esports. And as I was saying, M42, they had their economy, but right now this was a critical round. I was gonna mention that, but just blown away. They've been blown clear out of the water, and they're gonna be back to like Sheriffs or Spectres.
I don't really understand what Rix was looking at in that situation. I understand you wanted to hold the mid sideline, you wanted to hold for any sort of an aggressive push from CT, but the thing is, why are you worrying about the side of defender side at spawn? You don't need to think about that. You have 4 players inside of site. Just look on towards the side of B main instead. These type of small mistakes are costing them too many rounds, and the fact that Reckoning are able to catch up on this could just add up really quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. It could end really badly moving on down the line as well. So let's see what they're going to be doing. Of course, trying to push this one forward just a little bit more. He's gonna be behind you right around the corner with that operator. He's gonna be giving that up. He doesn't want to take this fight. He knows for a fact that Hyper could just send him into the next dimension if he's not careful about it. And I like this. M42, they're giving respect to IMG. They're not swinging out fully. They're just going in for jiggles. And a couple of pop shots according to the jiggles as well. Bondev's gonna be good for one on towards the side of Risk. He's gonna be the one to take him on down out, but Lost. Oh, he's going in for his own push. He's hungry for it. And Lost, he's gonna be good for one. He's gonna be good for two. Lost, he's gonna be good for a third as well. Pulls out his secondary and just slaps a guy in the face with it. Lost, he's no longer Lost anymore. He's the one actually saying the lines instead. And hey, I don't want to say those lines again. They've been using it way too much.
No, I'm not gonna be saying that anymore either, because he's just set it out for us right now with that gunplay. Damn, like he got a couple of spray downs with one amazing phantom spray down, and then he just pulls out his. He casually, not even just pulls out. He just casually pulls out his sheriff, and he's like, "Yeah, you're gonna die too. I'm sorry. You three have been chosen." And it's like, you know, you see those movies where you have this mask and it just like kind of locks onto enemies, and that's exactly what he did. Locks onto 3 enemies. It clean takes all 3 of them out.
So you make it all happen, and that's how it all works. You like see positions are good, they're strong, but look at the push from M42. Oh god.
Okay.
They're going at mid, but at the same time REG they're going towards the other side. RGE, they're in the best possible spot. Reckoning they're going in for this push, but no way. What are they expecting?
A little bit of mid control is all they've taken. They still have a spike in their control. This time they're not forgetting it. They came back for the spike that time around, but this time they're not going to be forgetting it. Hyper, he's helping his buddies, Seekers, to find their mark, and he does manage to find one, but Trist is going to be shutting everybody down. Rix takes down the Tyrant, but it's not going to be enough. It's still a 3v4 situation, and the player advantage is still in the hands of Reckoning Esports. Now, one side control is going to be given away to M42. Taking back shouldn't be that hard for Reckoning Esports unless M42 are going to be holding up proper crossfires. And judging based off of what they've been doing, I know they can put that up, but I was expecting this. I knew that Joven was going to be putting up his Hunter's Fury, but nobody is in his path except for Venom, who takes a little bit of damage, and he gets the information on only one player who has been tagged out. But it's going to be Sam and Rix around the corner, putting up a crossfire to help his buddy Venom out there. But if their luck and their cards are played right, they could be taking everybody out, and it could be another well-done round for M42 because they're right around the corner. Market push is going to be coming in. Rix is going to be the first one to take it out of the crossfire. Is going to be coming out. Sam gets a kill. Rix gets a kill. Sam is going to be popping out, getting the third kill, and it's going to be a wipe down from the side of M42. Amazingly well done by them. The crossfires are just so precise.
They will find so much here. The way that they are getting this amount of control just goes to show that, hey, you always have to worry about your opposition. You always need to make sure that you cannot get too complacent. Winning out 3 rounds is nothing in the grand scheme of things because your opposition could just bring it all back in a matter of seconds. With that, that's going to be the side of M42 being able to shut down RGE. And now Reckoning, they need to think of a plan. It's all up to IMG to try and find this push. This is the second operator by mind you. So if they lose out here, the economy's taking a massive swan dive into the next dimension. But we're gonna be seeing one more operator because of his teammates.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Oh,
They don't even need that second operator.
yeah. Cyan
is gonna make this one sing.
Yeah. What a beautiful swing. And whenever he swings, I'm just surprised how he does never miss. It's always there. Okay, but M42, my bad. They're going to be going in for that mid-control yet again. But look at that. IonQ is right around the corner. No, that's Joven right around the corner. He knows that a mid-push might come in. But no, he's just turning around at the wrong time. But a little bit of audio notification has been given out because Ion is also around the corner, holding down that mid position. And his operator has already scoped in. So anybody walking out of that position into defender spawn is going to be facing that bullet. And they're going to be taking it straight to their chest. And I guess it's going to be Hyper is going to be going in first. But no, it's not overextending. He's scared of Ion. And they should be because it's Ion we're talking about. No moves have been made so far by M42. But finally, we're going to be seeing it. Ion tries to take the first spot shot, but he misses. Chris instead takes out Venom. Sam is right around the corner. Chris comes out. He's a big to Emo is going to be shutting him down, but that is what Triss needed to do to take down the round. And Emo, he puts up one final stand, he puts up one final fight, but it's Joven we're talking about. So he pulls out his gun, and he's going to be landing one bullet straight into Rix's head. Amazing. Honestly, sometimes I don't understand Reckoning Esports at all. Sometimes they just flip the God mode switch on, and they're just there, just raining fire down on... It's like one entire Brimstone ultimate. It's like an orbital strike across the entire map.
They need an inverter like you do, Queen. They're in that situation.
Right.
Yes,
Of
I'm gonna
course.
keep calling you out on that.
Why
Yeah.
do you keep calling me out for things that I never do?
Yeah, but you need an inverter. You just randomly start disconnecting and leaving me alone to cast a lot of these incredible games. But at this time, you're here with me. But the thing is, I believe that Reckoning, they could be on the receiving end of a lot of hurt, and they're not going to be here with us if the side of M42 are able to pull this one down. In a sense, they get a 1-for-1 trade, they get a gun for themselves, but that's all that they're going to be able to find. Nothing more than that. Slow, systematic plays. This is the name of the game here. They want to make a push down towards that A side, but they don't need to use the utility from here. Get a little bit closer, place down your smokes down towards the B side. Try and force out a rotation at the bare minimum. Wait for the last couple of seconds and then go in for a play. But it's going to be IonQ. He's getting in aggressive. He's going in for a push of his own. This is going to hurt. This is going to be painful. But the throw, it saves one of the players.
Okay. Juven comes in clutch at the right time and saves IonQ. But it's not going to be enough because Sam is going to make a sheriff thing, and M42 takes out IonQ, brings it down to a 2v3, and they didn't even need to rotate for this round to come out.
Open the door instead of closing it.
Yeah, that was just okay. Okay. So that is going to give Juven the advantage he needs to go in with his buddy over there, get the kills for themselves. Chris and Juven, amazing team. They get a couple of kills for themselves.
Both of them are jazz hats now. Wait up.
Is it? No? Okay, just out in time. But the attacker killjoy's lockdown is going to be coming out too. This divide is still up. So Sam could be playing around that. Why is everything happening at the same time? What?
What?
Hold on, I want to see that again.
No. These two Sovas are literally in sync with one another. That's how beautiful it was. It was a harmony of skills right there.
Yeah, look at this. Just look at this. The two Killjoy lockdowns, they get over at the same time. The divide is there. They're playing around that. The recon darts come in at the same time. They both spot out each other at the same time. And then Sam just goes in for a flick that I have no idea. That had no business landing through the wall there. But I feel like it was like, you know what? I think he's right there. He feels it. He feels his mouse pulling at his hands. He goes in, he clicks, and it just lands.
That's how you do it, ladies and gentlemen. Sam is absolutely incredible in the way he takes a lot of things to communicate. And now, with the positions being strong and then being able to hold it down so beautifully as well, what can we expect here? How do they want to go in for this fight? How do they want to go in for these pushes? They need to decide already. Positions are strong, positions are good. They're going to be swaying out soon enough as well. Hyper's right around the corner.
Okay.
Out of spot, goes in for that flash, goes in for the peak, but careful now. He's late on the reaction for that shot. Bondev, he's likely to take his time for a lot of these engagement fights. Ooh, IonQ, he nearly bite the bullet for that one.
He nearly did, but he's still He's still gonna be living to tell the tale for that. He has been tagged down to a really low HP, but it's an operator that he's operating. So I don't really think that's gonna be that much of an issue, because if he lands one bullet, it's gonna be enough for him. But it's still gonna be a risky take at that, because of a stray bullet from a stray Phantom or a Vandal, it could just be the end of him. 35 HP, that's not enough to be taking a fight. But it all depends upon where M42 are going to be planning to hit, and it looks to me like it's going to be an A hit. That Trist is around the corner in that smoke. Audio notifications have been given out, but Trist is not going to be able to pick up any kill, but instead Rix is going to be picking up that kill on Trist. The Killjoy taking out the Killjoy, but look at this! IonQ takes one kill and amazingly lines up two players, gets a 3k for himself, but Rix, he still has a lot to say for himself. 13 seconds on the clock right now. They don't have a lot of time to work around with. IonQ still has the operator, but he has no idea.
Oh, he has a turret. There's a turret.
Around the corner, and he's just gonna be walking straight into the bullets at that one, and it doesn't even take a Phantom for them to win it out. But okay, they did not have time. That was gonna be such a good round, such a close round. But M42, they just played it out to the very last second, and you're never supposed to do that in the game of Valorant.
Dude. That
Yeah, Ion? Yeah.
I feel bad, but Ion did his job. He wanted to hold down the
I think he's gonna be coming up here. Come on, I've got to see this again, man. He was so hopeful. He gets a 2k as they lined up for him, and then he's like he was just gonna go like, I know Rix is shutting everybody down. Oh, it didn't come in the replay. That's an F, man. I really wanted to see that.
An F moment, but honestly speaking, the sixth man for the side of M42, it's always gonna be there. It's gonna be Rix. He's gonna have a little bit of a happy dance on his own accord. Too happy though, but in a way, it's fine. 5 and 5
Yeah.
in the scorecards.
Scout
Just keep the
destroyed.
ball rolling.
Lock in sight.
This is how it works. This is how it goes. Hyper nearly gets caught out
Lock in
by
sight.
the Killjoy utility. He's gonna be able to survive, but Rix is gonna be the one to get a kill down onto Yuven. And with Yuven going down this early, this is gonna hurt them quite a lot. Now the defender is there. I don't have a
Oh.
lack of information and lost.
Uh,
It's a little bit of a love tap from the sidelines, but it's fine.
No more
But
soda.
Triss is not giving love taps. He's giving them the full course here. One by one going in for those fights, but
Charges.
how much more can he do here? How much more can he survive? And Lost, he just knows what's up. Swings around the corner, gets one kill. Rix is gonna be going for another one. Trades are gonna be going in left. Trades are gonna be going in right. Versus two situation on the map. Bond gets taken out as well by Venom straight through the flash. And it's all up to INQ. He's gonna be going for one kill. Shuts down Venom, but now it's a 1 versus 1 situation. Hybrid just has the better angle, and he just has the better crosshair placement. 5 and
He's
6
searching
on
for
the
the
scorecards,
operator.
ladies and gentlemen.
Last
Look at
round
this.
before
And
the
with that,
switch.
it's already done.
It's already done. 5-6, and it possibly might be a 6-6, but that just goes to show how evenly matched these two amazing god tier teams are. And honestly, as much as I have so much respect for Reckoning Esports, they play off of their emotion, they play off of their game sense, and that is amazing. And that is what we see most commonly in the map in the game of Valorant. But I gotta give it to M42, man. Once they bring their strategies into the game, they're amazing and godlike. But what they don't have that Reckoning does is the flexibility. Once they get that flexibility into their gameplay style, I feel like M42, they're gonna be one of the top dogs. And I honestly feel like they will be able to like go toe to toe with the likes of global esports and Velocity.
In a way that M42 are playing, they just need more time. I like this roster and I see that they have a lot of potential. The potential is what really matters. Initially, I thought that this roster doesn't have any chemistry, but given the time and the amount of improvement that they had the short couple of weeks that I have even seen them, it gives me hope that this roster can make miracles happen. But we can't really count on the miracles all the time now, can we? You need to back up those claims with a lot of your skill. And this is another plan for them. This is another roadblock. If they're able to take down Reckoning, if they're able to shut them down and send them back into qualifier number 2, this just goes to show that M42, they deserve to be here. They deserve this spot at the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship. And that's how it goes for them. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, do you know what you deserve as well? You deserve
There
a
we
lot
go.
of great
Yep.
Indian Festival discounts on Amazon. Make sure to go on down over into the links in the description. Make sure to check it all out. Get yourself a new gear. Get yourself that new peripherals that you've been looking for, or even get yourself a monitor if you want to play like the pros that you see on your screens now. Because Qualifier 2 is also right around the corner. If you want to play here, make sure to get yourself up and ready as soon as the registrations do go live. Don't really forget about that now, can you? But in a way here, Quain, I don't know. With the pause timer now going on back up, Reckoning they need to step up. The fact that they're now being forced onto a very broken buy just goes to show that their backs are now against the wall here.
Yeah, pretty much. An M42 with their proper buy. I mean, there is a Spectre and Venom, but one Spectre isn't going to be making that much
Oh
of a
my
difference. But look
God.
at this INQ. He's around the corner, but nobody knows that he's pushed up so deep. Nobody has any idea, and he's going to be causing murder over here. Hopefully a double homicide gets one kill, but no, it's not going to be good for a second, as Hyper is going to be shutting him down and turning around and taking out Triss as well. But Bondep has the right idea too. He pushes in along with INQ to back him up and get those kills for himself. But the thing is, it's still a 1v2, and it's Rix, and he has, and I'm reckoning they have no idea where he is.
Out of
But now here we go. Information has been given out. They know exactly where he is. He has to change his position right now, but it's a bit too late because that owl drone is going to be coming in, and he has been spotted out. He has to take the fights right now. He has 47 seconds on the clock, but he doesn't have the spike with him because it's completely been given away to Reckoning Esports. So it's probably going to be a 6-6, which is 6-6, which is not a bad idea at all. Javen is going to be coming with that recon dart. Almost gets caught off guard by the recon dart, but he gets dinged badly by Javen, and that is going to be the end of him. Because Javen, when he dinks Rix, he's going to be finishing him off, obviously. So 6-6 on the scorecards, and an amazingly even scoreline for both teams. And it's just getting spicier by the second, because every round, we see these teams coming up with insane strategies or just insane clutches or retakes. And they're just keeping it balanced that way. They're having their own playstyles, but they're so good at their own playstyles that they're just evenly canceling each other out.
This is the main thing that really is surprising me. RGE, they're constantly switching up their strategies. They're constantly trying to bring in something a little bit more different. And that's what you like to see coming on down from their side. Constant adaptations. And both of these teams, they're just trading blow for blow every single time you watch them. They're growing at a rapid pace and they're trying to exceed their limits as fast as they possibly can here. It's beautiful, it's clean, but we need to worry just a little bit more about the planning from the side of M42, because when their backs are against the wall, it feels like M42, they start crumbling under that pressure. Especially when it comes down to their own defensive side. Their defensive side is just a tiny little bit
Scout
weaker
destroyed.
than their attacking side. So in this sense, are they going to be able to survive? Are they going to be able to win here? Will be the real question.
Exactly. And a little bit of overextension came up from Hyper over there. But that's not that bad. Fine. IonQ picks up a kill on Sam. But no, it's going to be an equal trade coming up from M42. There's an entire gun battle going out down mid, but Venom picks up a couple of kills. Hyper comes out clutch at the right time, comes out from the short position, gets a kill. And it's an entire clean down from M42. But we got to understand this. This is just a pistol round. The Spectres are going to be raining rampant at the second round as well. And this is probably going to be an 8-6 scoreline. But before that, when that
Placing alarm bot.
buy round comes out for Reckoning, that is when they're going to be able to make their gun sing. That is when they're going to be going for, you know, proper synchronized executes, and that's when M42 have to be really careful. A few rounds, if they're going to be given away here, it's completely fine, and it's not going to be that big of a loss. But in the buy rounds, Reckoning Esports, they're just going to start, you know, mowing the field down.
Gonna be a difficult one indeed, the way that they can run for pushes like this. Strong, systematic. Reckoning, they're going in for a full-scale rush on this A side. Especially on an Eco and IMQ having a judge in his hand. It's not a judge, I mean a Jody in his hand. It could work, but Hyper's gonna put a damper into those plants. Sam straight through the hot hands. He just does not care about IMQ. At long ranges, he's gonna be able to shut down one with that Shorty. He should be able to shut down one more, but
Okay.
that Shorty's not gonna be saying it that much, man. IMQ, you gotta hit that first initial shot on that. If you hit that, the Shorty's not gonna be able to do much. 6 and 8 on the scorecard, but I would say a pretty decent eco round. A couple of meme strats coming on down through here and there, but
True.
you wouldn't expect the Shorty to get 2 kills like that. IMQ got both of the kills. That's what surprises me.
My favorite was a jump Shorty kill. Come on, like that is just beautiful, man. Like how do you manage to pull that off? Long range Shorty, and I guess Shorty is not gonna live up to his name. I should we call this the Longy? No, you know what? That's just too cringe. Never
I will
mind.
slap you.
That is concealment.
But anyway, let's see who's gonna be slapping whom now, because it's the 15th round and it's the buy round. So I feel like those guns are gonna be slapping more than you are. But let's see.
My
Venom
God.
right around the corner. Come on, don't hate me for this. But Venom is right around the corner and he has an idea as to like an A push. He knows that an A push might come into play. But look at this, Hyper on the other end. He's trying to clear out the B lobby. Finds out one player, but it's this Marshall that he's running. He might not be able to get the kill, and just like I thought, Triss is going to be picking up the kill instead. Sam also, on the other hand, has taken a lot of damage from the turret, no less. And IonQ finally, he's going to be rushing in and getting that kill on Venom. Venom finally decides to step out of his spot over there and gets killed in the process, and it's the 3v5 already. IonQ takes a little bit of damage from them turret, but it doesn't really matter because Rix's nanoswarms are going to be coming in clutch, and it's going to be karma. That's instant karma if I've ever seen it. Aggressive.
Yeah, that's gonna be the more painful part. Reckoning, they finally have the mojo back, especially after they got the guns in their hands. Positions are strong. They're holding down beautifully as well. Sights in their control, and now M42, they need to make a decision. There's no need to go in for a save, man. Just go in for a fight. Go to your buddy, Sam. Rush together inside of the side. Go cowabunga laws of nature and just rush them down.
Pretty much. But with that Marshall in his hands, I don't think he's going to be able to do much.
What do you mean? Just become the tens.
Just because, yeah, easy, man. I mean, the fact that he doesn't have Jet is definitely not going to matter. But look at this.
Cowabunga laws of nature. Let's go.
One enemy remains.
But yeah, it's not going to matter. Come on, he has Marshall in his hand. He has to pick it up to take the fight. But look at this. I feel bad for Emo, man. Facing down 2 players with 2 powerful guns and with nothing that he can do. But he still tries to the very bitter end to take the kill. But here is where it comes alive, because now it's a full buy for M42 as well. It's going to be a full buy versus a full buy aggressive. And an operator has been picked up by Hyper. So an op on Hyper, but no op on IonQ. That's interesting.
This is the way that you bring it all back on the other side. 7
Yeah.
and 8 on the cards. That's how you make the pushes happen. That's how you bring it all back into your own board. But the thing is, positionally, I don't know what to expect here. 42, they're gonna need to head on back. They're gonna need to hold their fights differently. But Sam, who needs to hold angles? Who
Okay.
needs to hold fights? He's gonna be able to systematically shut down 3.
Hawk out.
What?
What is happening?
Trist is chiming up.
Uh-huh.
Emo,
Yeah.
you can't miss. Emo, you need to get this kill. It's all up to you, man. If you don't find this, it's over.
Okay.
He's gonna
There
shut
we
down one, shut down his last. There's nothing to worry about here. Emo's not gonna be the one to back down from a fight. 7 and 9 on the scorecards, but Sam. Oh my God, Sam.
I
That
swear,
was a 1
I
versus
swear.
3. That was a 1 versus 3. You should have been traded. You should not have gotten away with that.
Honestly, he just got away with triple homicide, right? Like, he just went at it one after the other, and he just did not miss. Honestly, when Sam activates himself, he just becomes so nutty that nobody can stop him. But yeah, you're right. That triple homicide shouldn't have come into play. I felt like a trade was going to be coming around the corner, but no, Reckoning, they just walked into his gun spray. But look at this. Recon dart, a cheeky recon dart is going to be coming in from Sam over there. You get a little bit of information, so now they know that they're going to be holed up a little bit towards the A lobby.
Get out
But
of
that
my
rotate
way.
could come in at any time because M42, I mean Reckoning, they're going to be splitting themselves up and they're not committing to any side as of now. It might be just a fake, might be just a bamboozle. The spike is going to be making its way all the way back to B side aggressive. And this is where it's all going to go down because a coordinated attack is exactly what Reckoning needs to take control of the side of B. But let's see how M42 are going to be shutting it down.
I'm just shout out the battle cry. Make your horns be sound because the side is up for the picking here. Bondef, he's gonna be shouting that the joke is over. Now just have to do the punchline. But I think the punchline's been delivered by Venom instead.
Indeed. Sam is going to be coming out with his Hunter's Fury. He doesn't manage to tag anybody out, but it's fine. They know that B side has already been taken. That Hunter's Fury honestly should have been left for the ending. But it's a 5v5. No kills have gone out so far. This is what is keeping it interesting. An amazing shock dart coming in from Sam. Takes out a lot of HP from Juven, but Ion Q, he's still up and running. Now that's the interesting part. But at the same time, we also have Hyper with that operator. But close range operator is going to be a really hard task for him. Venom, he has the right idea. He's going to be going in for that push. He's going to push in through the smoke, but no, Ion Q's waiting with his blade charge for that right tap. And Venom is going to be facing all of his blades straight into his chest. With the 3v4, and they're going to be going down one by one, but Hyper, yeah, honestly, gets one kill, but there's no time for them at all. Is there aggressive?
Oh, no, Reckonings, they're stuck inside on the side. They can't get out of here. They're not alive anyways.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, that's a full
That's
scale
a lot of
wipe.
damage.
Yeah, that's a lot of damage right there. Insert the
There we
beam
go,
here, and
more.
Hyper gets the last kill on the Trez. That's a squad wipe right there. But that's 89 on the scorecards. That's how you do it. That's how you shut everyone down. And in a way, I think that this is the play that M42 were banking upon. They lost a lot of the players on towards that B side, but thing is, Reckoning, they were not trying to push their advantage to try and get a kill on their opposition. They needed to push out a lot more early, and the fact that they stayed inside of the side put them in such a situation where they needed to push out at the very last second. And when you push out at the very last second, you're prone to making a lot more mistakes. You can't take a lot of the fights in your own pace. And them dying out like that, yeah, they have a lot of economy to work with. They can go in for one more vibe, but just look at them. They have nothing. Absolutely zero money whatsoever, and all of them are pretty much forced onto half shields.
Now let's see how they're going to be working out with those half shields. Because this is going to be a really hard task for them, to say the least. Rix, however, he has a Marshall in his hands. He's trying to like live up to Hyper's name. And somehow, Rix is honestly top fragging, which is a good sight to see. Because he was not that great with the Viper, but it's okay. I feel like Killjar is where his heart's at. And it's working out for him beautifully. But right now, look at this slow gameplay coming out from Reckoning. They're not taking any chances. They know that at any given point, if they give too much of a fight to M42, they're going to be biting back hard. And considering how they have one round of an advantage over Reckoning, they don't want to be taking any chances over here. The lockdown's going to be put down into place. M42 know that they're not supposed to be there in that lockdown, but they also know that the push is going to be coming in. The Nanostorm is going to be doing a lot of damage, and Sam is going to be finishing it off. Takes down INQ, the top fragger. But we all know how M42 love to be in that lockdown. But luckily, this time around, nobody's going to be doing that. Sam has a good idea that Reckoning Esports, they might be going in for that rotate. But look at this. 13 seconds left on the clock. Reckoning is playing it down to the last
10
second. And
seconds
this
left.
is exactly what I was saying that M42 is not supposed to be doing. But Reckoning is going to be doing it this time. But they have no time at all. Nobody's making a
Let's go for a
move.
save. Let's go for a save. There's no time. It's fine.
What happened there?
No. This is a good plan. Listen, wait. This is a really good plan. Last 30 seconds on the clock. They already lost out one of their players. They couldn't get the side entry. You gotta remember something. If they went in for a push there, they're being forced onto an eco. They have no more money to work with. But with four of them going in for a save like this, it's a really smart move from Reckoning. I like that. I like the fact that they did not want to go in for a rush. I like the fact that they made the call right off the get-go that full stop. We're not pushing this. We're gonna save our guns. We can fight in the following one.
Yeah.
One person needs to buy something a little bit less comfortable for them. There's nothing much that you can do there, but it's fine. One
True.
person only running with the Spectre, it can work out, but now the side of Reckoning, they need to start thinking about what they really want to do. It's 8
They
and
really,
10.
yeah. They really
One
didn't want to
more.
risk it with the half shields, did they?
No. But it's a good thing because INQ, he got rushed on. INQ got the information that that at the bare minimum, there were 3 players inside of that side. They had no information where they were. If they rushed it even on the last 30 seconds, like it was the last 20 seconds, sorry, the last 20 seconds. Do you honestly believe they could have gone on the spike line down by clearing out the entire site without dying in the process?
Possibly
That wouldn't have
not.
happened.
Yeah.
That's why
True.
Reckoning
You're
chose to
right.
put that play, and it was a smart one.
It was a smart one at that, but that also is going to be putting M42 onto that double-digit score. That, I've said this before, the double digits always gives a little bit of a scare to the opponents. But right now, since they're two rounds apart, it's not that big of a difference, but it's still a difference nonetheless. And at this point, M42, they just need to win out 3 rounds to get the win. And hopefully they're not going to be faltering. They're not going to be messing up at any point. Because if they do, Reckoning, they're going to bite back hard, and they're going to be punishing every mistake they're going to be making. Rix gets spotted out off the bat, but the Nano Swarm is beautifully placed and does a lot of damage. But you know who else does a lot of damage? IonQ does a lot of damage, goes into side, takes the Frenzy out, gets the first kill, picks up his Phantom, gets the second, and that's all they needed to take proper control of the site.
Dude, the guy with no weapon is the guy who did something like this.
How? How did that work? Okay, it's kind of like me, right? Like when I have no weapons, it's okay. It happened, like, you know.
When you don't have a weapon, you have a for sure fire way of losing the round.
Okay, wow.
Okay, no. The thing is that when you don't have a weapon, you lose rounds more often.
But are you seeing what's happening right now? Ignore that. It's just one save after the other. What?
It's a better idea. It's just a better idea. Why can't you go in for a fight like this, especially when you have an operator, you have a lot of your own
Exactly, but
utility.
my point is, you don't get to see this at all. Nobody does this.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
true. That's true.
This is so rare and so amazing to watch, and such a breath of fresh air.
It feels like a little bit more of a habit from a different platform as well. The fact that they're going in for plays like this just goes to show that the fights that we are taking are very systematic. We're trying to make sure economy's getting stable as well.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in that sense, now that M42 have gone in for a save like this, even if they lose out on a couple of the following rounds, they don't really have a lot to worry about. They're still going to be having a lot of buys to work with. They're still going to be able to keep the ball rolling and get forward. But this operator that they have picked up, it's not going to be coming back to us. They need to save this, and they need to make this operator sing. Otherwise, it's already over. There's nothing that they can do. And Rix,
Yeah.
he doesn't have armor?
Oh boy.
Just a flick of mice.
No, he doesn't have armor at all. Not really sure what went down there, but he went for a really risky buy. Picks up a Phantom with no armor. His glass cannoning this, and I don't really appreciate this at this late part of the game, but let's see what he's gonna be pulling off. Hyper. He's gonna be going in for that first kill. Goes in for that swing, and he doesn't miss. Gets that kill on Tristan. That is gonna be putting a slight advantage into the hands of M42. But let's see if they're gonna be picking up the kills after this. IonQ is gonna be going in onto the body of his dead brother, trying to get a little bit of revenge. But M42, they're not overextending one bit. But at Reckoning, they're gonna be going in for a B tape right now. This is waiting it out. They're just clearing out the corners. And here comes a recon dart from the side of M42, giving out a little bit more information and confusing Reckoning Esports just a little bit more. And they might go for a rotate, but I'm not really sure. They might be sticking this too. But the execute has to be properly planned. Otherwise, it's going to be completely shut down by M42.
You are divided.
Here comes the Cosmic Divide. The Cosmic Divide should get a lot of value. So much
30
utility
seconds
used,
left.
and this is so beautifully done as well. This is gonna be Emo getting the first kill. A couple of more spams are just gonna be even more stronger from the side of Mechanic here, ladies and gentlemen. Lost is gonna be the one to get that kill down over onto Sam Street. That's gonna hurt quite a lot. But Hyper misses
No
the shot,
time.
but he was gonna be the one who's good for the kill onto INQ. 12 seconds left on the clock. They
10
keep going for a
seconds
fast
left.
thrust. They don't know what to expect. One on the
Players
back, one on the front. He was gonna be up for one. Hyper's gonna be the one to shut down Lost. Poor guy, he just doesn't know when to. He just doesn't know what to do.
Yeah.
Reckoning, it feels like they're literal chickens with their heads cut off, running around, trying to scurry around, trying to find a little bit of
I know.
food.
Absolutely right.
They have
But-
nothing to work with.
True. And I don't think they're going to be able to come back from this because right now this is a very, very, very critical round. Ion Q, look at his money. He's bought that operator, but he's got nothing left to show for it. Okay, he's going to be taking the wiser decision. He's going to be picking up the Phantom to have like 850 creds left. But is that going to matter much? We shall see because M42, they're just bringing the storm to Reckoning, and Reckoning, they don't know what to do about it.
Just a constant uphill battle. Constantly really bad situations. Shots are going to be cleaned off from the back end. So they're going to be swinging out, going in for this fight. Now Hyper, he's been stuck between a rock and a hard place, but still Iron is gonna be the one to be stuck instead. He's gonna be good for one kill, but Venom, he's gonna be able to shut down two. He brings everything back in the favor of M42 once again, just because he was the superhero of this match. And now that Venom has set the stage, it's all up to his buddies to bring everything back here. Hyper, he's a little bit hyper on his own accord. He's swinging the left, he's swinging in right. Wants to see if he can get a pick here, but Reckoning, they're giving him nothing. Playing it slow, they're playing it systematic. Turrets holding from the back end as well. Flash is going to be a little bit of a problem. Emo, just Flash his own teammate, but it's completely fine. Nothing to really worry about. Shock Dart's going to be good as well. Lost gets caught out here, but he's not going to be picking out Field anytime soon. They're going in for the swing. They're going in for the push. They need to go in for the kills as well. They're not going to be able to find out much. Sam's going to be good for one kill, but the time's ticking on down. There's not really a lot of time. Just run it away. Try and save that operator for a rainy day, or just maybe go in for a couple of kills in the process, or just feed your life over towards the side of Trist. He's gonna be happy, he's gonna be chilling, but at the same time, Reckoning, once again, they lost out all of their weapons, and now
Yeah.
look at their money.
Yeah.
Being forced on half shields once again.
Honestly, M42, they didn't have much to worry about. They knew that the economy on Reckoning was super low, and they were like, you know what, let them go for it. We're going to be going out for our own Phantoms instead. But they were so close to getting back. A little bit better time than they could have gotten back, but it's honestly fine because Reckoning, they held the site down pretty well. They played time beautifully. In M42, they couldn't really do anything about it. And honestly, they deserve the 10th round of play. And can you believe how neck and neck this match is? Ooh, Venom. He's got in a really good position for himself. But is that going to matter? Because the entirety of Reckoning is down there on B main. But that information is exactly what they needed. And look at this, M42, they're acting upon it. They're trying to pincer them. They're going there one by one. But no, Rix is going to be the first one to get caught off guard because he has Justice Marshall in his hands. And the player advantage has already come down to Reckoning Esports, and it's a complete beatdown. Very soon, it's going to be the scores tied up together. But at the same time, it's fine because M42, they're trying to save up a little bit of credits. And on the next round, they're going to have their full buy. And it's all up to Sam right now to get at least a singular kill for himself. Maybe if he picks up a Phantom, maybe if he picks up a Vandal, he might be able to call it a good day. But no, it's going to be a level 11 scorecard with a flawless round on Reckoning Esports. This is going to be a really intense match, Aggressive. I feel like it might go into an overtime.
This is where it all begins. This is where it all ends, man.
Yeah.
Getting closer and closer. We're down to the wire now. Both of these teams, like even our energy is running out dry. We can feel the pressure. We can feel the teams and their strain together as a roster, just adding up slowly but surely. Ross gets caught out by one tap from the side of Sam. A couple of more shots are going to be coming on down in. But instead, it's going to be Ruben and Tris going in for the jump and the swing together as a unit. Be the thing that takes down Sam. And that's the thing here, Queen. Why are we like this right now? Because we can feel the strain from these two teams. They know what's up.
Yeah.
We're at the end game here. 11 and 11. The last operator that Hyper can pick himself.
This
Pick
is
up for himself now.
Yeah, and this is such a beautiful matchup, right? Like you had a proper beatdown from M42 on the first map, a proper beatdown from Reckoning that came out as a revenge beatdown on the second map, and here we have it all tied together. And we all know how tense it is. We can feel the tension in the air. It's 11-11, and this is probably the last buy, like you said, last buy on M42. And even for Reckoning Esports in the second round, they can eke out one buy, but this is where it is for M42. If they don't manage to get this round, the next one is not going to go in their favor. So if M42, which I'm believing can make this round count, I don't think that the second round is going to be going to them. I feel like it's going to be going into overtime, and this is where the tension's all at. And we're going to be having a little bit of a pause because probably some of the players is having a technical issue, but more
Or
than
they're
that,
actually taking the Amazon rating in custom. So
you're
they gotta check it out, man.
something has to give you an advantage, right? So they're probably checking out the monitors, they're probably checking out the mice, wherever they can get a discount, wherever they can get, a slight edge on M42 or M42 an edge on Reckoning, right?
And to get that edge, you gotta head on down over onto Amazon, check out all of the deals, and get yourself up a product as well. Because I know for a fact a couple of these teammates are looking for a couple of upgrades here and there. I did talk to them, so in a way, hey, check out the Great Indian Festival on Amazon. That's where you get all of the discounts. That's where it's all at. But for now, the game is about to start up once again here, ladies and gentlemen. As we take a beautiful view of Ascent one last time. It's 11-11 on the scorecards. This is where it all begins. This is where it all ends. Round number 23 is on the cards. Let's make it happen. Let's bring in the hurt now.
Yeah, it's all resting on M42's shoulders right now. They know how bad their economy is, and look at that. There comes the amount of damage, and Venom! He's gonna be getting one kill for himself, and Venom is gonna be chiming in with another kill. Just before you know it, 3 kills are gonna be going down instantaneously. They know what's up. We all know what's up, and it's a 2v5 already. And Reckoning Esports, they've been pushed back so hard. Oh my god, they were not expecting this at all, and I feel like lost is lost yet again. And they're split up. It's 1v1s at this point. And M42, look at the stances they're having. They're not peeking. They're not giving away any fights. They're trying to get information, and they're playing on their teammates. And look at that, the information instantly goes out. Sam peeks out and takes out Juven, and that's all up to Lost. And he's even more lost than he was 5 minutes ago. And there's nothing he can do at this point. Venom is right around the corners, waiting for anybody to push in. Lost has a fair bit of idea that there might be somebody down there in short, but everybody has rotated to that A site. You know what's funny? Lost still has a spike. He could still get the spike plant down to get a little bit of information, but no, just I'm saying that it's gone. It's done and dusted, and Hyper is gonna be peeking out and gonna be putting a bullet straight through Lost's chest. With that, ladies and gentlemen, the 12th round has come into play, and with that, the match point round.
They don't have money.
They don't have monies?
Oh,
Okay.
no, they do.
Yeah, they do. That's exactly what I was thinking. They were supposed to have money, and okay, don't scare me like that, aggressive. This was supposed to be the last round. This was supposed to be the, the final showdown. But yeah, it's a little bit of a broken buy, but it's still a buy nonetheless. And I hope that they're going to be able to pull it off. IonQ is going to be playing on his Blade Storms, but this is where it all comes down to. This is what it all comes down to, aggressive.
Get out of my way!
How much more can you do here? How much more can you bring into this matchup? How much more energy can you find? Because this has been a long and grueling best of 3. This feels like a best of 5 pretty much, doesn't it, Wayne? The way that it's been playing out, so much energy being given, everything's being used, but for them, oh no! The flash! Evo! Just...
You should run.
Oh, that's
that has definitely got to hurt, man.
This
But-
is why I never did touch Sky.
Okay, wow. Come on, Sky is an amazing initiator. The amount of information you can get from Sky, RKO for that matter. Come on. Okay. What is with M40? What is?
Yeah, the KGL, they like the jazz hands, man.
They like jazz hands, yeah, honestly. They're ready to play the piano, but look at this, Reckoning, they're going in for a rush on A side, and it's all up to the few players that are there. You get the kills, Venom gets a first, gets chimed in by Hyper. They're gonna be bringing it all back. This
Spike down A.
Whoa.
What? Gets a Blaze Arm kill in the fray? But it's still a 1v3 and he can't really do much. Venom is gonna be pulling out all stops, pulls out the Cosmic Divide to keep that spike in his control. IonQ looks away at the wrong time, and Emo is just gonna get a tad bit emotional and taking down IonQ. I guess more than Emo, I feel like I got emotional because that round just turned around in a matter of a few seconds, man. Like, look at that. Venom and his buddy Hyper over there, they just went Hyper on M4. They went Hyper on Reckoning.
This is how it goes, man. This is how you hype yourself up. That's why you do the jazz hands as well. You make sure that your opponents know for a fact that you're dancing. And when you are dancing, your opponents start to dance
Oh,
as well.
God.
They get a little bit too aggressive on towards that A side, and they pay the ultimate price for it with their own lives. Venom coming in strong right at the very end. He's flexing those biceps as much as he possibly can, showing them that muscular body to take down his opposition. That's how it works, ladies and gentlemen. So in a way, let's head on down over towards the match outlets as well and break it all down for you piece by piece, right from the top and up till the very bottom as well. This is how good M42 are as a squad.
Exactly.
This is the growth that they wanted to show us. And now reckoning what was really going on wrong for them. You could ask us. The main thing that was going wrong was that where's the team play? Where's the coordination? Where
Yeah.
are the little pieces? Because Venom in this situation, he had no business winning this.
No
Imagine
business,
if
no.
INQ and Bonda just swung together as a squad.
Exactly.
If
There
they
was
just took the side together, Venom would have died.
correct. Yeah. But
Venom was
that is
able
what
to isolate
M42
the
have.
ones and have that.
Exactly. But that is what M42 have. That Reckoning just didn't have this particular match, this particular map for that matter. But not really sure why. Because M42, the way they go in as an entire unit and they've got each other's backs, it's like watching an entire brotherhood coming out of the shadows and just putting down the heart on Reckoning Esports. And I really, really thought that M42 was going to be winning it out. And boy, was I right. But I really hope that Reckoning will win a one map. And yes, they did. And somehow the prediction just came out to be. But look at this. There were so many moments where Reckoning Esports just shined bright. And look at that lost 3K over there. Gets a beautiful spray down, 2 kills. Casually picks out his sheriff and just gets the third. But it was only these individual plays that Reckoning were boiling themselves down to. It was only IonQ in a few rounds. It was only, lost in a few rounds. I'm sorry. Only the individual players, only Juven in a few rounds, and that's all it boiled down to. But for M42, they work as an entire unit, and they know what they're all thinking, and that's why I love M42 for the way they play, because those strategies, they're not individual strategies. They're strategies that the entire team partakes in, and that is how you're supposed to play tactical shooters. And M42, they know exactly how to do it. And you're saying, yeah, right? This is a team that is up and coming, and you're right. This is what M42 is all about, and this is just the beginning.
That's how you make it work, and that's how it all rings down. Because in a way, I'm kind of speechless. This is why I don't really have a lot to say. M42, they've grown so much as a squad. All the problems that they had previously about knowing when to be aggressive, knowing when to be defensive, when to slow down, when to speed up. I don't really know who else can do something like this. Like, to go from a team that had a lot of fundamental flaws right off the get-go to be a team now which showcases every single one of those fundamentals almost flawlessly. Yeah, of course, you're going to make mistakes in the fundamentals from time to time, but it was a near flawless victory for them. They were aggressive, they were defensive, they were slow, they were fast, they knew when to speed themselves back up.
Yeah.
And it feels like all of the criticism that we've been putting them through previously, they've worked on it. They've gotten better. And Reckoning now, they're making a lot of fundamental flaws themselves. They're not playing together as a squad. Where is the trading here? It feels like their strategic side is there. They know what to do. They know what to expect, but they're waiting until the very last second. And these last 30-second executions are never going to work. You have no information. You're wasting a lot of utility on one specific sideline without making any form of noise on the other. You just end up in such a bad scenario here, Queen.
True.
And M42, they take it all away. They steal away a victory from Reckoning nonetheless. The underdogs that we call them. And now they went up to the tier 1 scene, and now they're being pushed down to the tier 2 once again by M42.
Exactly. But for every tier 1 team that is being pushed down, there has to be somebody to take their place. And M42, they seem to fit the bill. They're the underdogs now. And they're coming out to be the overlords, right?
Yeah, they're trying to push themselves into the tier 2 scene, I would say. Like, they're there. They're a really good squad. They're still
but
on
here's the
tier
thing,
2,
right?
the middle echelon.
The only reason why I had high hopes for M42 is just because of that other match that I was casting for. I saw the way they played, and I really thought they plan every move they have, and if they haven't put enough thought into a particular map, they just fail at that. But if you give them enough time to analyze maps and come up with their own strategies for it, these guys are god tier.
Yeah, they're able to do all of the things that they're doing here beautifully here, ladies and gentlemen. And M42, I have to say, I'm gonna give it to them. They improved massively, and they need this congratulations. You guys can take
True.
a bow. You can go back home, pat yourself on the back because this was a long, hard fought, grueling victory against Reckoning. Reckoning, they didn't pull any of their punches. They were trying to the best of their own abilities and they were adapting on the fly constantly throughout the entire matchup as well. Bondev showed up right at the very end. INP was just hitting all of his shots. Even Trist was just beautiful. That guy was a
Yeah.
literal sentinel and anchor for Reckoning. That map of Ascent was just pure and utter skill and outplays coming on down through from each side. That's how they were able to take a win. That's how they were able to break everything down. And point in this situation, that's all that they can do here. Congratulations to the side of M42. They deserve this win. But at the same time, ladies and gentlemen, do you know what you deserve at home? You deserve a couple of treats as well for watching this entire game with us. So, hey, Amazon, they set up a lot of treats for you down in the description below because of the great Indian Festival sale, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure to check out all of the links down below in the description because if you want to get yourself something that you're going to be happy with, something that's going to be high quality, really fast on the delivery as well. Amazon got you covered. The great Indian Festival sales are live. Get yourself that massive new thing that you wanted. Let's say you wanted a mouse pad, a chair, just like Wayne, a headphone like me, or even an
Yeah.
LG Ultragear monitor like Assassin. We got you all covered. Don't really worry about it because you just gotta go down in the description below to get it all done and dusted. Like Wayne, that's everything that we have for now for this
Yep.
official matchup. The
Indeed.
Great Indian Festival is just shaping up to be something incredible. And Wayne, this is just the qualifiers, man.
Mind
This is not
blowing.
even the main event. This is just the qualifiers, and this is how good things are already getting. I'm excited to see what the main event's gonna
hyped
look
too.
like because
Yeah.
all of these teams, they're showing this much growth right now. I'm wondering what's going to be happening moving on down the line. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, that's all that we have for you for right now. Don't really worry about it because if you hit that like and you hit that subscribe button and also hit the notification bell, we're going to be live soon enough as well tomorrow with another match from these qualifiers because this was just semifinals. We still have a lot more to go moving on down the line. A lot more teams are going to be facing off against one another, so don't miss a single second of that. And if you don't want to miss it, also make sure to follow on our socials to do get notified on every single schedule change that we do have. Any sort of spicy speculations about the esports scene, we got you all covered on there. But for now, it's going to be your boy Aggressive, joined by Quain, signing on off. And we're going to be back with you tomorrow with the Amazon Great Indian Festival Championship in association with Logitech, Intel, and LG Ultragear soon enough tomorrow. Good evening and happy gaming.
I'm running out of time, every day goes by so fast. And every moment counts, baby, I don't wanna miss a thing. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, or hang out in hotel bars, driving somewhere in your car. We can sleep under the stars, we can sleep under the stars, under the stars. this night. Come on, baby, take my hand. And we don't need to do the things we don't want to do. Baby, while we're